to whisper to Albert, mate, do we think we maybe mention the bitey voice and the bitey problem?
Come one, come all, to the great celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendance and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. Are you the type that like to stay up late, or do you go to bed early? An old shovel lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. A sickly young man sleeps fitfully. He's covered in sweat and fever, and has blood mixed bile on his lips.
All right, I've had enough.
Albert, okay, Elzeiros, what are you going to do?
Stop. Els, no, I see that look in your eye, mate. Don't you even think about it. Give us
Do not.
I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to take out my bow.
So last time you all had your fortunes read by the ever elegant Vistani woman, Madame Eva. From there, you took Irina down Old Salvage Road to the town of Vallaki, where you were promptly ambushed by werewolves for lingering too long in the woods, it seems. Once you got to the gates there, you all were shunned at first, but then with an uwu and a prayer, you made it past the town gates and into the village of Vallaki. You all now sit inside what seems to be a rather fine church, listening to a priest give a sermon in the church here. Before we get started, any questions?
None here.
Awesome. Ben, do I need to do the 3 dots?
Nope. Should be good.
All right. Awesome. So, as you guys stand and survey this church, you see all of the different commoners, women, children, and men, listening attentively to the priest as he makes this sermon. My dear children, in this dark, troubled land, it is easy to lose sight of the light, the mist that surround us, the evil that stalks our streets, the sorrow that fills our hearts. These are all trials that test our faith and our resolve. But even in the darkest of nights, there is hope, for we are not alone in our struggles. The morning Lord, in his infinite wisdom and mercy, watches over us all. His light shines upon us, guiding our steps and warming our souls. In the face of the great evil that threatens to consume our land, it is more important than ever that we hold fast to our faith. We must be like candles in the dark, shining brightly with love and compassion that the morning Lord bestows on us. For it is through our faith and our unity that we shall overcome the darkness. It is through our prayers and good deeds that we shall drive back the mist and the monsters that plague us. So let us come together, my children. Let us support one another, comfort one another, and strengthen one another. Let us be a beacon of hope in this land of despair. For through the night may be long, and the shadows deep, the dawn will come. The morning Lord's light will shine upon us once more, and we shall know peace and joy again. Until that day, let us keep faith. Let us be the light in the darkness, and let us never forget that no matter how dire the circumstances may seem, we are truly never alone. And with that, he does his closing remarks, and he looks up at the crowd here and sees a motley band behind him. What do you guys do?
Hallelujah.
With that, the commoners start to look up at the from the pews. They look over you as Ragtag, and some of them begin to gasp and go become a little shocked at the sight as they sit behind, or that stands behind them.
Touching them girls. Can I see if that was an earnest prayer?
Yeah, give me an insight roll.
No.
From what you see from this priest, he was pretty fervent about it, even with your limited knowledge of this man.
What condition is this church in? Is is it pretty tattered and torn, or does it look like there is at least some degree of maintenance?
Yeah, no. So this give me a history, or actually no history check. As you like look around this church, you notice that it's pretty kempt and tidy. There is some signs of wear, but it's absolutely not destroyed or in disarray as compared to the other church.
Okay. I want to start ushering my party to sit down on the pews.
Perfect.
On the pews.
As you guys continue to walk past some of these commoners who are in prayer or different states, right? And if you all would move your tokens to different places. As Muurujin walks down the path here and sits next to the commoners, they promptly get up and walk away, shaking their heads, and they seem rather scared of you, Muurujin.
And you're just gonna take
All
that,
right.
bro?
Yeah, I'd lean over behind the pew and ask, sorry if my appearance bothers you, but I tell you I'm a man of faith just like the rest of you.
They look up at you and just kind of blush ever so slightly and go back to their prayers. They don't really wish to engage with you at this moment.
Okay.
Is Elzeiros joining us?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just where you get it.
You know what? I'm gonna sit next to my boy Albert.
Get out of the hallway.
As Arena walks up and sits in the front pew with Bazzlo and Theron, the priest, as he's like meddling through his papers and saying a few more prayers to himself, sees Irina and gives her a nod. Very clearly that it seems that he knows Irina, or at least knows of her.
E Bapef, have a seat.
Can you move my token? My thing's lagging.
By looking at the guy up there on the pew, what is he dressed like? I don't know if you had described that yet.
Yeah, so he's dressed in saintly robes or clergy garb, if you will. He looks to play the part of a priest.
How old does he look or appear?
He seems like an older man. He's later on in life.
I would like to just kind of lean over to Theron here and let him know, hey mate, I know we were looking for an elderly man in robes and some sort of history regarding ancients. This may be the place to pick up that information.
Do you mean an elderly man in simple robes with gnarled trees behind him? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't remember the gnarled trees, so maybe.
What is behind this man in robes?
Yeah, so it's just a church. You see a tapestry of the Morning Lord with a nice sun in the background, right? But no gnarled trees. A young man or a young boy runs up and takes something from the priest, and he like pats the young boy on the head and diligently walks away and goes off into one of the rooms.
I'm gonna take note of that. Is he still just giving a sermon?
No. He's now writing in his journal or in his notes. People have either began to continue to pray, but it seems that the sermon is over.
I would like to lean to my left and whisper to Irina. Irina, I've noticed that the commoners are moving away from us. Do you know why they might be doing this?
Well, the people in Barovia aren't used to people of other races, I would say. It's rare that we see the likes of your big-scaled friend over there, and even you with your pointed ears.
Understandable. So you know this chap up here?
He is the priest of St. Andrew's. Yes, I mean, I am the burgomaster's daughter. I do come from a royal house, if you will, so I am known among them.
Father, hello.
The father looks over to you. Ah, yes. What can I do for you, fellow man of the cloth?
My friends and I come to you tattered and torn. You see, we have been on the road for the last couple of days and have encountered some foul things on our journey over there.
Are you just screaming this at the father from across the room, or are you gonna approach?
Yeah, I'm gonna approach. We were ambushed from some foul creatures on our journey over, and I'm afraid we are a little worse for the wear. Could you perhaps help us?
In what sense? You must be more specific, son.
Perhaps in food, in supplies. Will you open your doors to us and provide shelter for the time being while we situate ourselves here?
I can give you sanctuary, but the food and supplies, as you can imagine, in Barovia, there's not much to spare. The Blue Water Inn, though, they do have food for travelers and the like, and wine as well.
Thank you, Father. Yes, sanctuary will suffice.
Might I ask what you are doing in Vallaki? It's rare that we get new faces around here.
Yeah, well, we were escorting this fine woman, and I'm going to point at Irina.
Irina, yes, the Burgomaster's daughter.
Yes.
Where is her brother and the Burgomaster?
Her brother stayed back, and unfortunately, the Burgomaster passed away a few weeks ago, excuse me.
Well, that's dire news, indeed. May I ask what your name is?
Theron, Father. And yours?
I'm Father Lucian. Please, by all means, you have sanctuary here for as long as you like.
Okay. Thank you, Father. Let me talk to my party, and see how what our next course of action is.
Of course, take your time.
I step over the other side of E Bapef and ask E Bapef to stand up in front of me.
Yes, sure. I stand up
E
in front
Bapef?
of Albert.
I cast message at the preacher, and I literally just say, "Help them! Help them! Help them!" Then that's my turn.
Roll for stealth.
Stealth
And
check.
how does this message? You just point at him, right?
Yep. So you see me quickly mumble under my breath and do one of these maneuvers, and send the message to him.
The father looks up, rightly confused, and just goes back to writing down through his papers.
I'd like to whisper to Albert, mate, do we think we maybe mention the Bitey boys and the Bitey problem?
Bitey boys? Well,
You remember, we were, some of us have a problem.
I have a lot of problems going on right now. But yes, those are that is one of the biggest. Theron.
Yes.
Do I see any other people that look of holiness, or is it just the preacher? Do I see like
Give me a
none
perception
or
check.
anything? 10.
A 10. So as you gaze around, you did notice the small boy who ran up and took something from Father Lucian. That he did have some monastic garb on, but everybody else just seems to be common folk in that case.
It's. I see this going one of two ways. Either they kick us out immediately, or they know a way to help. It's really just a roll of the dice.
Might I suggest we use the most commonly known person here? It seems Irina may have some favor with the priest, and she may be able to convince him to help us with our situation.
Irina, what do you know of this man and of this place? Do they have healers? You've clearly seen what's happened to us.
I mean, you would have to ask the father. I just know of him. I don't have a lot of dealings with him. As far as healers go, there might be an apothecary in town or something similar, but I'm just in the dark as you.
What do you guys think? Let's move forward.
I think we should figure out what the policy is.
Maybe we ask
without
Kobe
giving it
questions.
away.
Yeah, Kobe questions.
Before we...
So it's around, let's say, 1 a.m. or so, and the commoners start to filter out of the building as you guys discuss amongst yourselves.
How many of those magical scrolls do you have left?
The remove curse ones?
Yeah.
2.
Who is bitten? I whisper.
I have 2 curses on myself. I know of one. I don't know of the other one yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Who else?
Do we understand that this is a curse that has been placed on us? Specifically a curse, or do we know that we've just been bitten?
We know what lycanthropy is, and we've seen it before. And we've dealt with it when we cured the man, remember? We know.
Okay.
Yeah,
we know that.
much.
Yeah.
We could turn now.
Do I feel more like a wolf?
How wolfy am I feeling right now?
Do you want animal handling for this, or what?
Give me an insight check.
Fucking kidding me.
18.
You don't feel any worse off than you did before, other than you have wounds.
Oh, and you said you'd let me and Elzeiros know something? I don't know that ever happened.
I let Elzeiros know about the...
We wanted to know what I wanted to know last round, what I knew about lycanthropy via my studies. And
yes,
you
and
had mentioned you would let me and Elzeiros know.
And he drew upon his knowledge and should have given it to you, as far as it was more or less what the wolves, what type of werewolves they were and what they were resistant to. It wasn't necessarily around lycanthropy.
Okay. I don't think that's what it was, but that's fine.
I don't know fuck all about lycanthropy.
I want to look at my party and try to determine which ones are bitten.
Does everybody remember who was bitten? I think it was everybody but one.
I know.
I was not bitten.
I wasn't bitten either.
Albert.
I was mauled.
Yeah.
Got bit a lot.
So Muurujin and Theron were the only ones who weren't bitten here then, and Irina.
1, 2, 3. Seems to me that we can get rid of this curse for half of those affected, and the other 2 we might have to find another way to do this.
Well, I would save our scrolls for now, unless we see somebody on the verge of turning, or even wait till they've turned. For right now, I would try to save our scrolls and see if we can't find somebody that is able of healing us.
Are we sure that is the correct course of action? Because what if someone turns in public?
Then we change them back with the scroll and be like,
front
"Whoops!"
In front of all these Moravians who watched it happen.
They see you turn into a wolf. They see you get cured by a scroll. So the problem was resolved right in front of them.
Okay. What if 4 people turn into wolves simultaneously?
Then you're kind of fucked. But your suggestion guarantees that we use our scrolls, 2 of our scrolls at least, and in that situation, you would still have two characters instantly transform into wolves. If we're assuming we're on the same timeline,
Yeah, but
I'm
then it would
assuming it's
be.
different for every person.
But then it's Muurujin and I against 4 fucking werewolves, or Muurujin and
Well,
I.
here,
plus
I
4
hand
people.
you. I hand.
Hello?
You guys both have a way to change one of us back immediately.
That's a solid plan.
Can you guys hear
I have
me?
another suggestion.
I
We
can now,
hear you
yeah.
Now we can.
Okay. Hey, Bapef chimes in and he's like, you guys realize that if I turn, I can't really do anything, but if I'm not turned, I can turn people back with Moonbeam. Just to throw that out there. It will hurt them.
Wait,
what?
with what?
Moonbeam can turn people back from shapeshifting forms. It will damage them.
While you're under the effect of Moonbeam, so you could only hold them there for 1 minute and keep them
And they would
de-transformed.
They would constantly take damage, but I could, in theory, hit like a bunch of people all at once. I mean, you guys saw it last time.
So we have a contingency plan, lads, but I
It's an
believe we're
option.
wasting our words on the wrong thing. I have a plan. I think I could just talk to Lucian and just maybe get some information as to where we could go to get cured without revealing that we are, in fact, bitten.
Yes, I think that's a good.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you before you go and do that.
Thank you.
Give me a stealth check for that, Muurujin.
Healthy guidance.
All right. So how does this go down for you as you cast this guidance at stealthily?
Well, as Bazzlo relays that to the party, I walk on over to him and I put my arm around his shoulder as I cast a spell with that same hand and just kind of stand there nonchalantly as I cast a spell on him.
I give him a wink. Thanks, lad.
No one knows the wiser. Father Lucian seems to just be diligently going through his papers. The altar boy seems to be cleaning up around the pews and things of that nature.
So I approach Father Lucian. Here, Lucian.
Yes, my pointy-eared friend. How can I help you?
Seem to be the elder. What do you know of vampirism and lycanthropy? Have you seen it before?
Have you seen the walls around the city? They just keep those things out. I personally have seen lycanthropy, and thankfully I've not seen vampirism in some time. But people do go missing. Why do you ask?
I just ask because, with all the dangers about, and as you said, we don't want any of that riffraff in here in the safe walls of the city. And, I just want to be prepared if me and the lads ever, maybe an excursion when we leave later on, happen upon this lycanthropy.
Give me, what's it called? A deception check.
Persuasion?
Please. No, deception.
Porton, he rolls a 19.
Add a plus. Oh, I was about to say add plus D4.
Oh.
That's my last charge of Porton for the day. It was a 19.
Wait, why am I not seeing it?
Are you?
Deception.
Can you hear this where you're at?
I don't need to be able to hear it. I just need to be able to see it. Is spell as read.
I mean, come on. How would he know to do it, though?
I am 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Are they whispering? I'm 30 feet away.
I mean, they're just talking normally.
So I should be able to hear it? Or no?
Yes, I say that.
I want to use luck.
Well, you either get Porton or luck.
We're gonna make this happen.
We gotta see if Porton. So if I can't hear from 30 feet away, then I can't hear him. Then I don't use Porton. But if I hear the conversation,
all right. Bazzlo rolls a 19.
what are your modifiers, Bazzlo, for deception?
For deception, +5.
It's persuasion. Yeah, he's fine.
For deception.
Well, I guess yes. I don't have the powers to heal you in this case, but I think they could be found. But again, things are rather scarce around here, and I'm but a cleric of the Morning Lord and nothing more.
Totally understandable. We're a group who likes to take proper precautions, you know, and in a strange place. So, do you know who might know more about in that event? Such if it should happen, would need to go to possibly be.
I don't have an idea of someone who could cure you in these parts. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, you have a great day, Father Lucian, and God bless.
I hope you all are planning on bedding down for the night shortly. It is getting late, and I must go to my quarters soon. I hope you all understand if I ask you to be quiet.
Yeah, can we sleep on the pews, maybe just take a little nap there.
As I told your friend Theron here that you could you have our sanctuary for the time being.
So I bow and salute awkwardly, not knowing what to do in a place of holiness, and walk off.
I want to do something extremely sacrilegious, I think.
Ooh, I want to stand next to Elzeiros.
Let's hear it.
Our weapons are silvered, right?
Yes, correct.
I want to try cutting myself a little bit and see what happens.
Got it. So you're gonna cut yourself. So
I'm obviously gonna wait till Father Lucian is not here.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. We'll say they went off to sleep. You guys are huddling around in different places. Elzeiros, you take out your sword and cut yourself. And
hold on, can I amend this a little bit?
Yeah.
Albert got bitten, right?
Albert did get bitten. Yes.
Yes.
Albert, give me your arm.
For what?
I step the hell back.
I step next to Elzeiros.
I want to see something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get over
So
here.
this is for science?
Yes, the most intensive of research.
I give him my arm, hand down.
All right, I'm just going to pull out my... Sorry, go ahead.
What weapon are you going to use is what I was going to ask, so go on.
My longsword, but I don't want to, like, chop his arm off, obviously. I just want to do a quick slice. Sorry, short sword, not longsword.
Short sword. Roll your damage dice for a short sword without modifier.
Okay. Four.
Albert, Elzeiros, and actually give me a medicine check as well.
For me or him?
Him, Elzeiros.
17.
All right, cool. So Elzeiros definitely makes a swipe across your hand there, leaving a nice small incision without a lot of damage. So you only take 1 damage there in that case. As you take this damage, you notice that nothing happens at the moment. You just have a nice little cut on your hand.
No burning sensation, nothing like that.
No, nothing like that.
It just feels like you nicked me, bud.
Well, that's for science. That's
I
a
guess
good thing.
I'm not a werewolf. I guess I'm not a werewolf yet.
Perhaps we have to all cut each other. Maybe
you hear a door open as you made that comment before whispering, and he just looks out the door comically and shuts the door back.
There, wolf.
Yeah, I hate wolves. Damn wolves.
Bloodletting. It's an old technique.
While we're in here, is there anything else that, I take a little walk around? Is there anything out on the walls, any doors or anything? Maybe that I see that are amber?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, he said we could have sanctuary here. Did he tell us where to go?
He's said to bed down on the pews or wherever you would like.
Okay.
So yeah, as you take a look over this church, you just see iconography of the Morning Lord here, suns, a sword as well, but no doors of amber.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna have a rest.
Cool.
We should talk about this guard schedule and us who are bitten as well. I think a non-bitten person should be awake at all times.
So that would be you.
Me.
And me. Yeah.
Or Muru.
I only need 4 hours of sleep.
You already have 2 levels of exhaustion.
You will need to rest multiple times.
You will need to rest 2 times to get rid of that. I don't know who else has 2 levels. There's 2 of you with 2 levels, and the rest of us have 1.
Do I really have 2 levels?
Yeah, I have 2 as well.
Oh God, man.
If we just go find a clergy, should we just do this like zombie style? Maybe we all just keep on the move, or is everyone healthy aside from that?
Well, if Theron rests a singular time, that will put him at level 1 exhaustion, which is just ability checks, which is not bad. We need to have Bapef sleep all the way through. Elzeiros needs to get 4 hours.
Elzeiros, as you're bedding down for the night, can you give me a history check, please?
Yes.
Do you guys see what these new rules to exhaustion are?
No.
19.
19, perfect. Also, before I hit on this history check, give me some time to go through the new player's handbook. Right now, we are going to play with legacy. So if you see your spells and there's a legacy spell, you will be using that one for now.
Yeah.
We might do a change later on.
Are they allowing you to change that now? Or did they give you a toggle switch to turn off 5e?
If you go see legacy, it'll say the spell with legacy next to it, and you'll probably have that same spell if it's been updated. So I think they have a toggle for legacy in the character screen, but I don't think it's all the way fleshed out yet. Just as a heads up,
it's not.
You guys already know my standpoint.
So Zach, all your spells are duped. Most spells probably don't get changed from legacy to the new ones, but some definitely do. I was just kind of looking through them.
Yeah, I've been watching Dungeon somebody on YouTube and watching all the changes.
Oh, also, I think you guys have access to the new player's handbook through me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So if you guys want to read over it as well, and we can make a group decision, cool.
Dude, yeah. Quickly check out what the new exhaustion system is. You're kind of fucked. I say we play legacy.
You're fucked on exhaustion either way.
Yeah, I like some of the new exhaustion rules from what I've seen, and I think they would fit this campaign well. But we're not gonna pick and choose what we take.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Elzeiros, with that history check, you call upon some of the text, specifically from a von Richten, and you remember lycanthropy. And you understand that it's a slow-moving disease and typically takes hold within the cycle of the moon.
What was the moon last we saw?
When was it?
Last night?
I looked at the moon when we were looking at the ghost army, which should have been 2 to 3 days ago.
3. It was 3.
It was 3 days ago. I asked what the state of the moon was when we looked at the ghost army.
I mean, we were also all out last night.
Yeah, we got attacked by werewolves last night.
We were out 2 hours ago, literally. But there's clouds over everything.
It might be a good idea to ask someone what day it is when you get the chance.
I searched the entire church for another person. Just kidding.
I'm not going to share that information with the group yet because I don't want anyone to panic.
Oh.
Cool. So none of you know that yet.
Albert just goes over here and kind of gets in his little zone before bedtime and meditates / prays.
Cool. Anybody else before we bed down for the night?
Wait, so who's getting the resting? Am I staying up all night? Is that our decision, boys?
No, you should sleep. Yeah, how much sleep do you need?
My health is fine. I just need spell slots.
If we go with standard array, we get everybody down to 1 level exhaustion, or we get Geo and Danny down to 1 level of exhaustion, and everybody else goes down to 0.
Well, I only have 1 exhaustion.
Or who's got 2 levels?
I have 2.
Bapef.
Bapef, okay.
Bapef, and so if we do the regular schedule, Bapef and Geo will have 1 level of exhaustion. Everybody else will be brought down to 0. And I think that's the best outcome you can hope for.
Gentlemen, you are all safe here. You are safe. You can rest.
Yeah, but we don't want to
sleep.
burn 12 hours, right? Or it'd be 16 hours to get Bapef to 0.
Oh, is he not? Okay, got it.
He has 2 levels of exhaustion. It's Elzeiros and Theron.
He needs an 8 hours to sleep. Is that
He needs an 8 hours to sleep.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So within an 8-hour window, we could knock you guys down to 1 and everybody else to 0.
In an 8-hour window, I would be knocked down to 2 or 0. Excuse me, not 2.
If you slept for 8 hours, but we're going off the standard guard list. But if we're safe, you can just sleep in blue.
Yeah.
If
we
we're
could just
safe,
sleep.
we're fine.
All right, we sleep for 8 hours.
One thing I would like to do as I'm falling asleep, because I have a natural bestial connection, I'd like to contemplate that and try to see if I feel if anything's changing as I'm falling asleep.
Cool. Give me a nature check. Perfect. Yeah. So you don't notice any changes. You do feel subtly more acute sense of smell and taste. We'll say, Bapef.
Cool.
Perfect. So nobody's taking a watch tonight, correct? Like we're just gonna get as much rest as we can. Is that what the idea is here?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. So it's the next morning. In this case, as you all are scattered out and bedded down with the pews, Father Lucian makes his way out quietly, and the altar boy as well opens the door to the front door, and creeps in ever so quietly. In that case, they both begin to speak in muffled tones as not to disturb you guys, but you all start to stir, and the altar boy skitters off at one point, and Father Lucian seems to meander about reading a book and cleaning and tidying different things.
I wake up and cast Mage Armor on myself.
Did you roll your board? Did you roll your board?
Nope, good call.
Yeah.
Make those
Ooh, a 7 and a 6.
important. Cool. All right.
Well,
I don't know why this place feels safer in this case. I suppose I can stay here and talk to Father Lucian, maybe try to understand a little bit more if this place is safe for you all. But I think I can either join you in your trip through Vallaki, but I think I might be safe here for now.
It's good news.
I think that's probably the best course of action.
Yes, the devil doesn't seem to have touched here quite as hard as he did in Barovia.
Yes, but you haven't been here.
I was about to say the same thing. He hasn't had his prized possession here.
I don't know what to tell you. At this point, your guess is as good as mine.
I look at Elzeiros and I'm like, is it better if we just kill her?
What if?
Do you say this in full view of Arena?
Yeah.
Arena gives you a quizzical and somewhat disgusted look as you say that.
I think I might have a better idea.
Okay.
Does this church it look like it was built well fortified?
I say that again.
Does this church look like when it was built, it was well fortified, like kind of like a castle church?
So give me a perception check.
I do like me a good castle church.
10. So you notice that the church is made out of thick, heavy stone. It is very much like a pretty sturdy old stone church, just not as in much disarray as the other one. But the layout seems very similar to the church that you were at in Barovia.
Okay. I'd like to ask the priest if we can hide her in that same hole the other priest is hiding in. Like if they have some kind of room that's really secluded, something like that. No one knows about.
You call Father Lucian over?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So Father Lucian beckons, comes to your beckoning call. Yes. What can I help you with, sir?
Father, do you have a room where you might hide someone or something that you don't want anyone to find?
Might I ask why you are asking this of me?
Our companion Irina is requesting to stay here, and we are worried that she might be hunted.
Hunted by who? May I ask?
Have you heard of Lord Strahd?
Shh, you do not say his name here out loud. Please refer to him as the devil. Political tensions are very fraught here, and I cannot stress this enough. Do not say his name aloud.
Okay. Have you heard of the devil?
Yes. Of course. He lords over us. Yes. What? Irina's being chased by her or him?
Yes, Irina. Do you want to explain?
Yeah. Father Lucian and Irina begin to talk, and Father Lucian looks quite exacerbated. He gets Irina gets her point across to him.
While they're talking, I want to whisper to my party. Did we confirm that she's not a vampire?
Who are you whispering this to? Because it seems
my
like
party.
3 of them are surrounded or around Father Lucian.
You're whispering through Irina to everyone except for Big.
No. I want to. Guys, come over here.
As Irina and Father Lucian speak, you ever so deftly, with your courtly manner, beckon your friends away as Lucian and Irina begin to chat about the situation.
Are you guys familiar with the term Trojan horse?
No. But I do know what a plant is.
A plant?
Yeah. You plant somebody into a place you're trying to take over before you take it over. A plant.
I might just be paranoid here, but did we actually confirm?
Give me a history check, Geo.
Yeah,
she said she wasn't a vampire. She said stuff.
You know we traveled with her during daylight, right?
I feel like Els would have already stabbed her by now if that was the case.
Yeah,
Not if she was hiding.
You recall quite deftly your conversation with Irina, as well as her brother. She's not a vampire.
That's exactly what a vampire would say.
He does make a fair point. That is what a vampire would say.
My question still stands. You know we traveled with the daylight with her, right?
That's what I was going to say.
But it's foggy everywhere, though.
What if she's a daywalker?
Ultraviolet's still
Daylight cares about the
ultraviolet.
fog.
Yeah.
Then she's more powerful than the devil, and we need to be very afraid.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, guys.
But let's get back to the conversation.
Yeah.
It's not so conspicuous. I'm looking at this brazier and kind of.
Perfect. So Father Lucian looks up at you. Just finished his conversation with Arena, and he's like, she is absolutely allowed to stay here, gents, while you explore the town. The devil hasn't been seen in these parts for quite some time. I think the last written record of him was 100 years ago. For whatever reason, we think he has somewhat forgot about us here in Vallaki, thankfully.
Also, we've finished our obligation to her. We got her here. We're done.
If that is what you wish, Albert, that does none of my business, I guess.
How do you know my name?
Because we've all been talking, and you can do from context or infer from the subtext and not be a cunt.
Nobody knows my name.
Everybody knows your name.
Albert, is your focus possibly sticking a little bit up your butt? Is everything okay?
Firebolt, Bazzlo?
No. Put that down. Alright. What do you say? We lads take a trip into the town and maybe see if we can't...
Gentlemen, might I bend your ear for a couple of minutes here?
Sure. What you got?
So, it's hard to explain, but the political situation in Vallaki is quite tense, shall we say. I really highly suggest that you be on your best behavior, and please do not mention Strahd's name, if you will. He says
you just mentioned his name.
Harsh tones.
All right, we can definitely keep the devil's name out of our mouth.
Yes, that's very good. The burgomaster is quite heavy-handed, and he loves his festivals. You'll probably notice when you walk to the main square, you'll see quite a few people. How do I say this? Interred for speaking ill of the festivals.
Bapef would like to ask, what exactly are these festivals, and what are they for?
Yes, well, you notice how I mentioned that he hasn't been here for quite some time. A burgomaster believes that the festivals that we hold weekly keep him away.
Well, it must be working.
I would like to find out more about this. Perhaps you can show us where we might find the burgomaster.
You probably find him and his thugs about town. He holds himself up in the mansion to the east of here as well, but he's quite a shut-in at the moment, if I must say. Again, there seems to be a faction forming against him as well, so he's pretty quick to lock people away, shall I say.
I'm sorry, did you say thugs? He had thugs with him?
Thugs might be harsh, and Father Lucian starts whispering in low tones here as to not let other people hear him outside of your guys' conversation. The guards are rather apt to follow his orders, and he does have an interesting I guess, lackey, if you will, named Izek. He'll be hard to miss. He has a giant hulking arm, if you will.
Can a city like this really afford to have a festival every week?
Between you and me, Albert, that's what quite a few people are saying in this case. They say it's just a distraction from the greater issues.
And what would the greater issues be?
Well, have you seen the Barovia as it stands as a whole? I think, survival should be at the top of one's list as far as importance and not festivals.
You know, for a holy man, you make a hell of a lot of sense.
Just because I believe in the gods that are absolutely real in this world doesn't make me a dullard.
I know the gods are real, but I've been traveling with Theron for quite a long time, and let me tell you.
Well, not every one of the monastic orders are as insufferable as I can only assume Theron is.
Father, I have two questions real quick. One, I think I know the answer to. What side do you lie in this festival debate?
I have no sides. I am a father. I just tend my church and listen to the prayers of the townspeople. I have no side in this.
All right. Number two, can you elaborate on hulking arm?
Yes. Isaac, I don't know much about him, but he does have quite a bulbous arm that seems a little more muscular than the rest of his body.
I've seen this before. A lad who played a large cello had a big arm. He must be.
Yes, I struggled with this as well when I was a wee lad.
Well, Father Lucian, we appreciate your information, and I'm sorry about Albert. His only friends are books, so.
It is fine. We have all kinds here in Barovia, so I understand the importance of being temperate when speaking to others.
All right. Who wants to go shopping?
Someone give me a history check. Anybody?
I'll throw it out there. Oh, never mind, not me.
Actually, Elzeiros, you give me a history check.
Oh, great. Yeah. All right, let's see. 7.
Good. So as you are talking to the father here, you remember your studies from last night, and pondering maybe you should ask what date it is.
Yeah.
Father, we've become a bit confused while traveling. Can you remind me what day it is?
Yes, it is the year 735 of Anno Domini, and it is the 9th moon of the 12th day.
Okay, what does that mean?
We count our months by the cycle of the moon here.
Perfect. That's thank you.
Can you? I'm sorry, Father. What was that?
It'll just be
August 12th.
9th moon of the 12th day.
Doesn't exactly line up, but pretty fucking close, by the way. Let me see. Okay, back.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dare try to open up another browser with this thing, but can somebody, when they figure it out, say how long it is till the next moon?
All right, gentlemen.
Considering 28 days.
Father Lucian points you over to a calendar that hangs on the wall here. The calendar is going to be important. Stomp my foot. Important. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this, but if you would click on that Barovian calendar link, it should tell you what day it is, and you guys can familiarize yourselves with the moons.
Okay, so I'm doing full feed.
All right, so I'm going to whisper to the group. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
The bad.
We'll start with the good. Fine. Bad.
Okay, bad news. Well, some of us are probably going to turn into werewolves. Good news is we have about a month until that happens.
We have a month to find a healer.
Things are looking up.
Are you gonna fuck me over if I say something meta right now, Mike?
Sounds like double good news.
How meta? Are we talking
Within the next 3
like
weeks.
calendar time?
One
TBD.
level in 21 days.
Yeah, TBD. Most likely, yes. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, because
If
I mean,
we hit level 5, I get the spell fucking remove curse.
so do I. I get that too, but we need to get there first. It's a level 3 spell, right?
It's a level 3 spell.
Yeah. As soon as we get level 3 spells.
Yeah. So I don't think it's that massive of an issue, but we can.
I have
RP
a
it
sneaking
however we want.
suspicion that there's going to be maybe something that will interfere with that because we're in Strahd.
Something may accelerate it or.
Let's go tour the town.
Well, let's just keep it in the back of our pockets there, and maybe a side quest is that we look for someone who can cure us in the meantime.
Perfect. So are you guys all going to hit the town then, as it were?
Yep.
Wait,
Yep.
what if we come up with a plan before we hit the town?
Say that again?
What if we come up with a plan before we hit the town?
Plan? Make a plan?
It sounds like there are two factions trying to vie for control of the city. We could use this to our advantage.
I mean,
Do we know enough to use it as our advantage yet? I guess.
yeah. Do we know, and do we want to poke the fire?
Well, I don't know, and then yes.
Theron, Father Lucian pulls you aside here, and he says, "Good sir, can I bend your ear for just a second?"
Yes, Father. Yes.
Cool.
Come out.
We'll be right back.
Whispering, more whispering.
So do we want to go hit this windmill that's outside of town first as our first mini quest? Or
the father for a map of the town.
That would be super helpful. Because there's something else we can do to prepare ourselves more for that while we're already here. But being here might turn into a shit show as well, so. I do have a disguise kit, so. If you guys want to do some face paint and maybe, pose as a guard or something.
Get that uwu factor up.
Get that uwu factor going, yeah.
I got some pretty nice port and rolls to make people do what we want.
That's true. Yeah, well, okay, I got music and I got makeup, okay, man? Give me a break.
No.
I'm just joking.
Not discrediting yours at all. I'm just adding to the plan.
I feel like every time we go to search for something that helps us, like, there's just nothing here. So it's like, I'm nervous. If we go just poke around town, we're just going to find some more crap.
Well, we've hit the sandbox, so it's open world now.
Okay. So now there's more of a chance that we can maybe find a shop or supplies or...
Yeah, we're in a city. You should be able to find a shop. Not that we have any gold to buy anything with.
No.
But I would assume this is the start of do quest, get reward type stuff.
That's what we need.
Yeah, perhaps we should go on, try to find some people to earn some money and stock up on supplies at the very least.
Yeah. Some lower level stuff just to...
And we'll probably run into a bunch of stuff and learn more.
That's what I'm thinking.
What I've been waiting for is a nice little just something we can do to boost, so we don't keep going into these fights just like... I don't even know why I have this cloak of protection. Like, honestly, I feel like elves should be wearing it. Time I play Bard, I think I'm gonna take the speciality to take the shield. Proficiency in shields.
I mean, you could always take a lower level spell when you level up.
What do you mean?
Like, so you get to choose new spells when you level up? Oh, you're talking about the shield proficiency. I thought you meant the spell on the shield.
Like for Bard, you can choose 2 different paths. You can choose like the college or whatever, or you can like crap. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think I wouldn't need that, us having no tanks, but... I also need to find a crossbow. That'll be helpful.
And he must be giving him the entire theology.
Geo's probably just got silly questions.
Probably Geo right now. Do you think I'd look cool as a werewolf?
As Theron, am I allowed to maybe want to be a werewolf? That fit my personality.
Yeah, would my alignment and personality make me want to be a werewolf or no?
I am 100% killing him if he turns.
I'm with you.
Just, kill who. Just stab whoever has the backup character as a tank. Just stab that person.
Well, that's the problem: is you kill the healer and then you get a tank, and then you're still fucked. I try to tell him, I was like, I can change to whatever you want. He's like, nope, you're good as a wizard. I'm like, okay. He's like, oh no, D&D roles are more flexible. And then he's like, you guys don't have a tank or a healer?
All right, so you all witnessed Theron and Father Lucian just speaking in pretty hushed tones, and you noticed that the altar boy also approached them as well, and Theron seemed to just ask him a few general questions. With all of your passive perception, you noticed that the conversation wasn't super confrontational. It just looked as if it was one holy man talking to another holy man.
What are y'all doing over there, kissing and making?
Sir.
I walked in.
Sir,
And with that, I'm going to step away real quick while you guys do this.
All right, I'm going to nudge Albert and say, you probably showed him Lathander's light.
What's that?
What? You probably showed him Lathander's light.
Oh, you
that's what they call it now.
Theron's
Lathander's light.
Must have been.
I can't believe you guys. No. We're all very adherent to our commandments and scriptures.
Let me ask you this, Theron. Whose religion was bigger?
The size of the steeple doesn't
Well,
matter.
we are in a church of Lathander, so Lathander does have a little bit more girth, I should say, here.
Do I notice Theron walking weird at all?
Did you lads touch ankles by
Give me a
chance?
perception check.
Perception check coming up.
You do a quick one shot here.
I got a 3 on perception.
No, I'm walking normal, man.
Okay.
Normal.
Albert says nothing else doesn't matter as long as he's walking normal.
Yeah, excuse me, guys. Yeah, the father was just giving me some insights onto what is helps keep this part of Barovia so confident, I guess is the word, against the devil and the other things that be. I also think I might be able to know where to find more information on perhaps one of these factions. Not sure which one though, but I think it's worth a shot.
Well, that sounds like some important information.
I hope so. I really do hope it is.
So,
Okay, I'll just share
comparing
more.
sizes. Do you see anything else?
I'm gonna have to share more later on, so I'm just gonna do it now. We are looking for a man who helps orphans. They seem to like this man too. He is helpful. He is in charge of the cemetery and graves as well. His name is Milivoj, but I suspect he is not one. Yeah, I told him about not one to go out in public very often. So we might have to go find him.
I a hermit.
Yes, somewhat of a hermit.
At a graveyard, you said.
No, he is at the orphanage, but he helps the orphans. He helps keep the graves in the cemetery as well.
So he is in charge of a cemetery, and we are, by chance, looking for a cemetery.
So we're looking for the grave
Oh, I
keeper,
see
the
what you mean.
groundskeeper.
Yes. I don't know if he's in charge, but he frequents there.
Do you know what he looks like?
I do not know what he looks like.
I wonder how one gets the job of taking care of a cemetery and children at the same time. Kind of odd.
That'd be
Very
good
Barovian.
questions. Good questions to ask him.
Well, let's roam the town. I will say I'm strongly drawn, for whatever reason, to this windmill outside of town. But let's go see what information we can gather.
I would like to do one thing before we step off.
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
I'm using my primeval awareness
Mhm.
to detect that whole list of creatures within a mile.
So what's the rules is written again? Like you can fill creatures that are undead, fae, aberrations within a mile.
Celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, undead, and aberrations. Within a mile. I do not know their location or number, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You absolutely feel those things within a mile.
Okay, so before we step off, guys, there is a lot more to this city than there appears.
I couldn't tell, Els. Couldn't tell.
What are you feeling?
Everything.
Go ahead, Ben.
I'd like to walk up to the father and ask him, Father, you wouldn't perchance have a map of the city, would you?
Why, I believe so. Let me find one. And he does find, indeed, a map of Vallaki.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you,
Father.
babe.
Have we left the church?
Yes.
I think we're walking out front.
Perfect. Let me go ahead and reveal all. It's a map. It's not super detailed, in fact, but it is a map of Vallaki.
Is there any, like, from this map, is there any, like, points of interest or something that, markable of remark that maybe we could...
You guys know where the Blue Water Inn is, which is marked with a red dot. But as it stands, you know that the Burgomaster's mansion is to the east, and that's really about it.
Pondering the map, can I assume that the graveyard is a spot on the west side?
That is where you guys are at. So the west side with the graveyard and the church are all together. So this other red dot here, let me go ahead and do this, and do this, is here.
And bottom right, I'm assuming, is trading post or small shops.
You'll have great. You remember that there seemed to have been a stockyard and a general store in that general area.
Very well. Where do we want to go?
Maybe check out the inn.
It's early in the morning, but we can see what they got going on now.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and say it's how late did you guys sleep in?
What time did we go to bed?
By 1.
So you guys went to bed around 1:32, we'll say.
So we woke up at 10. 10?
10? Cool. So we're just used to seeing now. As you all are through the town of Vallaki here, you can notice different signs in the economy of suns. You also do you are walking from the neighborhood in this case. As you guys come upon the town square, you notice that there are. Let me see here real quick. You notice that there are quite a few townsfolk plastered with what seems to be a dog head seen in the socks. They all seem to be living there in the middle of the base.
So with dog heads out there?
The district home goes town square decorated with hot garlands and painted boxes with tiny dead flowers. At the end of the square stands a row of stalks which are suddenly opened by crude plastered donkey heads. In the center of the square, peasants and patchwork clothes are suspicious as they use cups and vases to draw water from a crumbling stone fountain. Standing tall at the center is a fountain of gray statue of an impressive man facing west. All around the square are posted proclamations.
Can we read one of the proclamations? Are they all the same one, or is it multiple ones?
So give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to read this one with the cat on it, or whatever that is.
Like a doggo.
Oh, you can actually see him. Cool.
You can zoom it.
That's cool. Perfect. So with your perception check, you notice that some of them are in different states of array, but they all say the same thing. Come one, come all, to the great celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well, the Baron.
Pikes will be provided, like the weapon.
Yes.
Children required?
Yes, correct.
Wow, this place sounds cool.
Shit.
Epstein?
Yeah, I think. I want to motion to one of the passerbys, one of the pheasants.
The pheasants?
Peasants, sorry.
So they look up at you and continue to hurriedly walk away.
Excuse me, anyone?
As you're shouting, excuse me, and everyone, a man carrying a book walks up to you. He's spectacled and has long hair, but he's wearing some rather nice finery and clothes, denoting that he might have a little bit of money in that case. He walks up to you, Theron, and might I be of some help for you, sir?
Hi, sir. Yes. Don't mean to be much of a bother, but this is our first day in Vallaki. We're not from here. I'm reading these publications about wolves' heads, and then I'm seeing these wolves' heads on those people over there. And what's up with the heads?
I mean, those are very clearly donkey heads, sir. But the burgomaster likes to throw celebrations. Last week's was the Wolf Head Jamboree, so that one is quite old.
Okay.
What is it you're reading there, fine sir?
Oh,
I see you're a man of learned knowledge.
I am actually a man of numbers, sir. So this is my accounting ledger.
Oh, do you mind if I take a look?
Rather rude.
Yes, I'm agreeing with your friend here. That is rather rude. It is really just numbers. If you would like to see, and he does open up the ledger, and you do see just an accountant's ledger.
Yeah, I look at that.
Cool. You see numbers and accountings.
Hell yeah! I know somebody owes somebody something. I'm good with it.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. And I never got your name.
I am Vasily. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, Vasily. So you are an important man to the city, I suppose.
I mean, I am a man of numbers. I merely make accounts for different individuals and count coin, if you will. But important, I would say no.
Okay. So you couldn't make an introduction to the burgomaster for us.
I could not, unfortunately. But I would be to help you to point things out. But the burgomaster, if he does wish to speak to you, he will come to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Good question there, distinguished gentleman. Happen to know a guy who maybe takes care of the orphans around here.
The orphanage is at the north side of town. I imagine if he takes care of children, he would be there.
Perfect. Thank you.
I think it's best we keep that just to ourselves for now, Bazzlo.
I'm just exploring the town. It said bring children. I don't have any, so I thought I'd just.
Yes. If you are here, I believe that the next festival will be about this same time next week, if you will. So if you are around town, as you can see that attendance is required, I strongly recommend that. Again, if you are here, you do join in on the festivities.
Absolutely, I'll bring my flute. Maybe
Perfect.
a child.
Someone give me. Actually, Elzeiros. As this conversation's happening, you're looking around, and you see two guardsmen and a tall, brawny man with quite a rather large arm, and they're ripping down the old signage and they're putting up new signs as well.
Hello, friends. What's the next festival?
The man looks up at you and quickly doesn't recognize you and just kind of keeps on. One of the guards looks up at you. It's the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Attendance is required, rain or shine. All will be well, citizen.
All is well, friend.
Yes, exactly. For someone new here, you seem to understand. All will be well. And the guards and the other individual continue to walk away.
There is no war in Bossing, say.
Say that again?
No. Nothing.
He said there's no war in Bossing, say.
There's no war in Bossing, say.
I look to the houses and stuff. Do I see anybody looking out windows, or what state of repair are the houses in?
So as you look around, you notice that the houses are, of course, in a little bit of disrepair and a little shambly, but they seem to be taken care of as well as they can. As far as people looking out of windows, you don't see much, but you guys turn heads quite often wherever you go.
People are constantly paying attention to us.
They are looking up and giving you glances quite often, yes.
Gotcha.
Vasily looks at the group. Well, if that is all, I think I'll be off now, unless you have any more questions.
Any chance there's a clothing shop around here?
I
love the outfits.
There is the general store down at the stockyard. There's also an apothecary and blacksmith down there as well. So they might have some garbs to fit you.
Perfect. Thank you, lad. Have a great day.
You as well. I hope to see you all again.
You as well.
Perfect. You guys are surveying the square. You do see the inn is within this town square. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
All right, lads. Do we maybe just act like we didn't see the creepy donkey heads, or should we go pay him a visit?
I think there's something amiss about these festivities.
To go look at them a little closer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so brazen as to walk right up to them.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to ask someone and not.
So we avoid boy, the creepy donkey.
I don't
Hope for the best.
I don't know that we should even ask unless you know who you're talking to. As we discussed, there's clearly two factions here. If you say the wrong thing to the wrong one,
Right.
you got issues.
Right.
So at this point, we should just act like tourists.
We are laying
Yep,
low.
I agree with Albert. 100%.
All right. Well, we know that there's some shopping down south.
East.
And then also east, south, east. And
If you guys wanted to check out the inn, we are here. We can go in, try to set reservations for tonight, and then we can go down south if you guys want to.
sounds like a plan to me.
I would like to stop by the orphanage at some point as well.
Throw that in the mix wherever it makes sense. If it's just a little bit from us, we can go there next.
Perfect. So we are going to the inn.
Yep.
Yep.
Vallaki, yeah.
Cool. So gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with stone foundation and a sagging tile roof, upon which sit several ravens perched. A painted wooden sign hangs above the main entrance and depicts a blue waterfall.
All right. Let's head on in.
Perfect. As you all enter, you notice that the bar is actually quite full in this case. More full and lively. People are drinking, speaking amongst themselves, and the like. Behind the barkeep, or behind the bar itself, you see a man and a woman, similarly aged, about middle-aged in that case. One of them looks up to you and says, "Oh, be well, travelers," and the woman continues to pour drinks. At the bar, you see 2 gruff men, and as well as a gaily dressed half-elf as well.
Oh, half-elf. I would like to approach him and just sit down nonchalantly, not drawing too much attention. Hello, good sir. How are you?
Oh, hi. You by chance a fellow bard?
You're a bard? I absolutely am. What do you play?
I truthfully have not many musical qualities, if you will, but I do have quite fanciful stories, if you will.
Fanciful stories? I'd love to hear one.
Oh, absolutely. When you can come back a little later, if you will, and I would gladly regale you with a story. It is still quite early, though, if I will.
Absolutely. We'll come back and have a pint. Just nice to see a fellow elf around. Half that is.
Absolutely. It's always good to see fellow travelers as well. I take it that you are in the same predicament as I am, and being stuck in this land.
Yes, very strange and not enough pointy ears for my liking.
You tell me. Yes, and the people are quite dour, but not all of them are too bad. You'll warm to them, I promise, even if they don't warm to you.
We shall see. Well, nice to meet you, sir, and enjoy your pint.
You as well, you as well.
Did you boys see that? There's another half-elf.
Oh, that's interesting. What's his name?
Oh gosh, I already forgot. I'm not good at that kind of stuff, but I don't even know if I asked his name. But he will be buying me a drink later and telling me some nice stories, so that's a win.
You know, as a bard, shouldn't you be good at remembering names and like details of stories that have happened to you when you're recreating your songs?
I am a tone-deaf bard.
Tone deaf with bad memory.
Yes.
Very well. Is anybody?
We got an A-lister over here.
Is anybody else down for swapping out this bard for the storytelling bard?
Well, I did drop out of college, so
Oh, bards have a college. Wow.
We do. It's the odds. It's one of the least valuable degrees known to men.
It sounds like it's lucrative.
Albert, give me a history check, please.
What check?
A history check.
History check. 22.
you remember that Bardic colleges are actually quite high in standing among the people in Faerun.
High in standing amongst the intellectuals or amongst everybody else? Everybody. Okay, I'm less impressed.
Very demoralizing.
But, the fact that you dropped out makes it even more impressive. It must mean you were too smart and you already knew everything in that college.
That's absolutely right. My father worked at the college, which is really the only reason I was there, and on his payroll, of course. So,
the stuff they would have taught you, like, tones.
Yeah, I skipped that class. But hey, that's why I have you, my new bandmates, right? That's why I'm in Barovia.
I don't really play an instrument. Unless you consider this orb an instrument.
It could be. Maybe you just haven't learned to play it. Maybe you haven't read enough books, Albert.
That is a good point. I will, the next time we're at a library, I'll look up how to play crystal focus as an instrument.
That's what I like to hear.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
As you all speak amongst yourself, one of the people from behind the bar man, he's, gentlemen, what can I help you with today? We welcome travelers here quite well, so please sit, be merry. Would you all like some wine, possibly some food?
Absolutely. You take acorns, because I'm a little low on cash.
We don't take acorns, unfortunately, but you'll notice that the wines are fairly priced. They're 1 silver piece a piece.
Turn to my party and ask if anyone would like a drink or if it's too early.
Albert is certainly not drinking this early.
Yeah, Bapef is like, I'm not sure about drinking, but I am interested in getting some food for the day.
Oh, absolutely. We have hot beet soup, as well as some fresh bread. We can cook you a wolf steak for 1 gold if you would like it as well.
Just the soup and the bread, please. How much is that?
Yes, of course. That is 1 silver piece.
And
That
unlike
counts as a
anything
raffle.
you guys have ever seen, Bapef correctly pulls out 1 silver piece.
By the gods.
I pat Bapef on the shoulder and say, "Hey, you're a pretty quick learner, bud."
Atta boy.
Yes, the acorn metaphor helped immensely.
I give the man a silver as well for a meal.
Absolutely. As you guys pay up, subtract that money from your coin purses. He comes back out a couple of minutes later with some fresh beet stew and some nice freshly baked bread.
Ooh.
Gentlemen, again, welcome to the Blue Water Inn. Will you be staying the night? He begins to talk you up as he sets the food out in front of you all.
We may be, but we're not quite sure yet. How many rooms do you have available?
We have quite a few rooms above. As you can imagine, we don't get many travelers, but the one we do, we like to make them feel welcome. There's certainly enough accommodations for all of you.
At what cost?
Just a gold piece per person.
I may need you lads to spot me.
Oh, are we short on coin, boys?
Yeah, by chance, of any favors or maybe anything done that we could do to...
Any work?
Favors, work. I just might have a little bit of work for you, if you don't mind. You can enjoy your soup and your bread, and I'll come back a little bit later and we'll talk about it. If you do wish to stay, though, again, 1 gold piece. But yes, eat, be merry. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Yes.
I hold my soup up to Elzeiros, and I'm like, "Smell this."
I will smell the soup.
Cool. Are you just sniffing soup?
Yeah,
sniffing
yes.
Roll for smell, please.
Yeah,
Follow the
roll for
directions.
is there something you want to do with that smell, Elzeiros?
Sure. I want to smell if it has people in it. Why not? I mean, I have no other
People?
directions here.
Okay, cool. Give me an investigation smell check.
I like the way that took. I like the path.
13.
13. Yeah, you smell just beets. No human being, just beets.
Smells like beets to me, bud.
I eat my beet soup and my bread.
I do like a good beat.
I'm also eating the beet soup and bread.
Okay,
watching
everybody
the
is enjoying some beet soup and bread, then I take it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, Bapef takes a sniff before he starts drinking the soup, and he's like, non-poisonous beet soup. Delicious.
Perfect. With that, right, as you guys are chowing down on your beet stew, and as you get closer to finishing, the innkeeper, who you think is the innkeeper, begins to walk over. So, gentlemen, is it fair to assume that you are of the adventuring type in this case?
That's my middle name, Adventurer.
Yes, adventurer, right. He looks at you somewhat skeptically, specifically just you, Bazzlo.
Fair enough. Well, my friends are adventurers, as you can see.
Yes, absolutely. Gentlemen, I do have some work for you if you would take it. It might be a little bit dangerous, though.
That's like
Danger is
Jordan
Bazzlo's
Albert's.
middle name.
Yes, right. My other middle name.
What is your middle name, then, if you have two middle names?
Adventure Danger.
Adventure Danger.
Roll for deception.
Roll for
Quite good at that. Ah,
Adventure Danger. What great names you have. Absolutely fit for the task, then.
that's right. What you got for us?
Yes. So, it seems that our shipments of wines have ran rather low as of late, and we haven't got a shipment from the winery down the road. I would let you all stay here for free, as well as give you room and board if you were to go and ascertain as to what's happened to the winery and if the shipment is on the way.
I believe we could take a look into that. While we're discussing this, I kind of look over at the rest of the group and ask them, do you lads, would you believe maybe we should save the money, and do you think we should pay for the rent here? Do you think we can, or should we do this job?
I'm always down. I am always down for helping out, but you said it was going to be dangerous. That doesn't seem like it's a dangerous task.
I mean, it's Barovia. Everything can be dangerous.
Is it outside of the town?
Yes, it is. It is just west
That's
of the city.
You said down the street. I assumed within the town.
I said down the road, sir.
Sounds like there's a catch. Any inkling as to why this winery is not in operation?
I don't know. We haven't got our shipment. It's only a couple days late, but they're typically quite prompt with the delivery of the wine. It is one of the only things that comforts individuals in this world, so they're quite prompt.
I throw in another one of them beef stews and I'm in. Beet stews. What do you lads think?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take this quest.
Quest accepted.
Perfect, gentlemen. Perfect. You are all welcome to stay. The rooms are upstairs as well. Food and stew is on the house. A quick question for you all: Are you the type that like to stay up late, or do you go to bed early?
Depends on what we're drinking. Depends on how this quest goes.
Well, with the state of things in this city, we've been trying to avoid the night as much as possible.
Yes, strong and brave, admirable qualities, and adventurers. If I am to be believed, I am Erwin, by the way, Erwin Mardukov. That is my wife, Yelena, as well. She's the barkeep over there. We are happy to. Excuse me, Danica, not Yelena. We're happy to help with your needs. There's no rush, but within the next day or so would be great. But we're happy to give you free room and board. And if you bring back the wine, you can stay here as long as you'd like.
All right. We love the sound of that. I will be sure to let Danica know that you did not call her by someone else's name.
Fair. I'm happy at that. So I appreciate it.
Jesus Christ, you got him in 4K.
Please give yourself a point of inspiration, a 1d6 for that.
That's so good.
Awesome. So you guys gonna do anything else? Are you gonna hang out? What's the plan here?
I want to finish my soup, and then what is closer to us, the orphanage or the yard?
Are you asking me, or are you?
I would like to reference
the
the map and see if I could determine where the. Excuse me, sir. Could you show me on this map where the orphanage is?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me get a good look here at this case. Let's see here. Yes, the orphanage is up here just to the north. It doesn't look like an orphanage, but it's there. I promise you. So it's just north of us. What else would you like to know?
The yard is in the south, and that's where all the shopping is, blacksmith and all that is down there, correct?
Yes, there's an apothecary and a blacksmith and a general store as well.
Is there anyone in the city, and I know this is a long shot, is there a library in the city, or perhaps somebody who is dealing in magic artifacts?
I think you would be hard pressed to find out where magic artifacts would be here. I'm sorry to tell you that.
But library?
Library? I mean, maybe the Burgomaster's Mansion has a library, but the folks here aren't too keen on reading as much as I would say. There's no little public library that you can just roll up to. I'm sorry, sir.
And the Burgomaster's Mansion, where's that on this map?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just down towards the entrance as well.
Very well. Thank you so much for your assistance.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I'm Erwin, and that's Danica. Please make yourselves at home, not like that elf over there who seems to be taking advantage of my hospitality, but he does tell a good story.
He does owe me a story. Thank you for your help.
As we walk out the doors, if everybody's good with that?
Yep.
Bapef wants to ask Albert, did you ask him perchance what the direction of the wine thing is?
The wine thing to the west, he mentioned. He said outside of the village to the west.
And
we
the
just
signs
follow
will
everybody
point
outside.
the way, so you'll see the signs. I promise you, it's not too far.
Winery signs. Okay.
So yeah, the winery is to the west. The orphanage is to the north of us and would seem a bit closer than the yard if I believe Theron wanted to go up there.
Yeah, what's the time of day?
Yes, I think.
I will say it's about noon right now.
We should have time.
We should hurry up.
But yes, hurry up. Yeah.
Got some stops to make.
Do we want to do a drive by the orphanage real quick?
Sure.
Sure.
Yes, real quick.
Okay.
All right, give me one. So we're gonna head up to the orphanage.
Correct.
Got it. Let's go ahead and take a break there.
Anybody want to say anything as we're walking up towards the orphanage? Theron, why?
Are we in character right now?
Sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
what
have
did
a
this
mouthful.
priest tell you about this man at the orphanage?
Well,
You're not supposed to bring the bread with you, Theron. You're supposed to eat it at the table.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. So this man, he is a hermit. He might have a suspicion. He might not make himself known immediately. So we may have to find him. But I think that depending on what he tells us, we'll be able to tell on whose faction he's on. And that could give us more information as to which is the more righteous path.
So
So
the
intel
priest-
on the factions.
The
You
priest
may.
told you to seek out this person?
No. I just got this name from his altar boy. I'm not sure if you saw his altar boy.
The altar boy told you to seek this man out.
Yes.
Or did he tell you to avoid him?
But don't say that. But don't say that to him.
Alrighty.
So it seems like the choir boy enjoys this man's faction better.
The
What the
choir
hell's that
boy
one?
may not know what faction he may not know there are factions. I just know that he helps the children and the children help him in a totally non-sexual way.
So there is the spider.
I love games of telephone, I might say.
Okay.
I'd try really hard not to make any jokes at this orphanage, so someone else talk. Well, Theron, I feel like you're leading the way, right?
I'm looked at the map and pointed the direction. I don't know who's leading who.
Right.
But we are walking up there. I think we're back. I see Mike check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, I'm here. Is everybody back?
Yep.
So,
And if anybody wasn't here while we were talking about it, Theo mentioned one thing in particular. Do not tell this guy that we were looking for him. Seems pretty important.
Hoppy.
Yeah. He may not make himself known, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
Perfect. So as you guys are walking down the streets of Vallaki towards the orphanage, give me a perception check. Group perception check. Perfect. Muurujin and Bazzlo, as you guys look around, you both notice that there seems to be little creatures, rats among the alleys, things of that nature, that seem to be peering at you as you walk down the street.
I think we may be being watched, lads, by
I
small
also
creatures.
get that feeling.
Perfect. Again, you're walking down the streets, and Vallaki, well more safe. It is still pretty somber and dour here. You pass by people who keep to themselves, that might be on their path and things of that nature. So as you all continue down the street, you do happen upon what seems to be a quite tall 2-story building as well. So, yep. Let's see here. Gotta put you guys down here. do your character tokens as you will. As you guys approach what is very clearly an orphanage, you do see children in the backyard, doing household chores, things of that nature. But the doors seem shut, but you do see movement inside. And above the door, or to the right of the door, you see a sign that says St. Andel's Orphanage for the young, deaf, blind, and insane.
Okay. I want to knock on the door.
Yeah, as you walk up to the door, you notice that it is unlocked and swings open. As you walk into the hallway here, at least initially, you hear voices of children and a stern voice cry out as well to tell them to stop and to listen. Pierce out. The front hallway is a wood-paneled and dimly lit. The wooden floors are old and worn, and steps of the main staircase sag with age. A pile of children's shoes lays upon the west wall here.
Well, this isn't depressing at all.
I usher back at the voice.
Are you all going to just walk on in then?
Housekeeping.
So as you make it into the hallway here, you notice 4 doors, 2 to your left, 1 right next to you in front of the stairs, and then there is 1 behind the stairway. To your left, you guys do hear children playing and speaking as well, again, and you hear a shrill older woman begin to scold the children.
After you, Theron.
I'm gonna knock on that door. Hello?
Children, please, with the ruckus, please relax. And you hear, steps across to the wooden floor, the wooden panel, and creaking as she comes in. The door is slightly ajar, so you can kind of see inside, by the way. But yeah. Give me 1 fucking second, goddammit. Boom. Yes, gentlemen, how can I help you today? I'm quite busy, as you can see.
Well, I think we might be the answer to your calling. My compatriots and I were just we heard of this place and how it helps the children, and we just want to lend a helping hand, as it really we like this sort of thing.
Give me a deception check.
Oh, God damn it.
A group of early adventurers walks into an orphanage.
Oh, God.
We're just doing our...
She looks up at you, Geo, and while you might be a little honest, she doesn't believe the rest of the party really feels that way. Yes, of course. You're clearly a man of the cloth. And she eyes the rest of you up and down. The scared one there might alarm the children, so might I ask you to possibly go slow if you plan to talk to them?
I'll just wait outside, I think.
It might be best for you. But actually, no. The children need to be cultured. Stay, please. We try to teach tolerance in this house.
Wow.
All right, as long as we can keep the kids from screaming. I hate screaming.
Yeah, I understand, but again, sir, what are you all here for, by chance?
We would like to help in any way we can. Any chores, any quests we can do. We just heard great things about this place.
Quests, sir? You've come to an orphanage. Are you looking for something?
Look, forgive my confused. Really, like he's got all this religious stuff in his brain. We're here on behalf of the city.
Yes.
We're here on behalf of the city to make sure that all the children are attending the festival today. We just wanted to come in and talk to the children and make sure they know about the festival.
Sir, we are quite aware of the festival, and you seem actually. Give me a deception check here, Elzeiros.
Not bad. 15.
All right. She gives you a scrutinizing glance. Are you new to the Baron's service by chance?
Yes. We actually just came into town, and this was our first job.
And to tell the children of the festivals that happen every week.
Look, I don't assign the jobs, okay? I'm just doing what I was told.
Gotcha.
We're raising Chia, okay? We're just spreading Chia. Lots of Chia.
What is the greeting that everyone must abide by per the Baron's rules?
Oh, I actually forgot it. It's sitting good. All is well? No.
Ye, come all.
No, it's all will be well.
Hey!
All will be well.
She looks at you up and down. I guess I can forgive you. It's absolutely a little bit odd, but I guess come in. The children are at their chores and studies. And what is your name, sir?
Theron is my name.
Call me Baz.
Do the others not have voices?
After she invited us inside, I just walked past her. And then walk over here, and I'm like, children, come on, come all.
That's Al. He's a really fantastic children's performer. I'm El.
Yes.
The one munching on Acorn. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, perhaps I can teach these children the invaluable natures of the mighty acorn.
I guess so. A little bit of actually. I need you all to give me a fucking group persuasion check here.
I'm actively trying to entertain the children.
Yeah, and I need a performance and a persuasion check from you.
All right, there's persuasion. Let's get through those first.
Jesus fucking Christ!
We mean this, man.
I want to perform for the children.
Legitimately.
You know why? It's in my backstory.
This is the perfect crowd. They're also tone deaf and blind.
I feel horrible. I feel horrible for abandoned children. I want to perform for them.
How does this go down? Like, I want to know how you guys parade yourselves into this fucking orphanage and what is happening as far as this performance.
So as I walked in past the old lady in front of everybody, I'm like, children, come here, come here. Are you ready for the show of your lives?
All right. So children start gathering around here. In this case, one of them stands a little bit further back, but they all gather around. You see a couple young, a young boy and two young girls, and the fourth boy is the one standing behind.
Might I ask, do any of you know of something called magic?
The children seem to cringe a little bit at the magic, at the word magic. Magics, sir?
Yes, good magic. And a breeze of wind go through their hair as I cast prestidigitation.
The three children up front look very shocked at this, and the child in the back just seems to not care.
I pay attention to the child in the back, and I do prestidigitation, and I heat up the area in front of us a little bit.
They feel the warmth press over them, and they all start to like somberly kind of clap their hands. Well, I guess it's kind of cool that you can make wind blow and things heat up a little bit.
Ah, but that is not the last of the coolness, and I bring out silver for them to see.
What happens? Give me another performance check. Perfect. And what does Silver do? What does this flourish?
Would you like to pet him?
I know. How does Silver appear?
Silver, I pull out from my hood, and he's just perched on my finger. Wings spread, and then he tucks his wings back. And he goes at them and he goes,
A
would
dragon
you like
goes,
to pet Silver? Yeah.
All right.
It's a pseudo dragon. He can make whatever noise. He can sound like goddamn sheep, Mike. Fuck you. You piece of shit.
So the rooster pseudo dragon begins to caw, and the children at this fanciful display start to again clap their hands, and you see little smiles cross most of their face, all but the one in the back. They seem rather entertained.
Does the one in the back seem like it's not impressed with magic, not impressed with me, or perhaps understands what I'm doing?
He just looks at you like nonchalantly, like it's nothing more than just a little bit of like parlor tricks, if you will.
Well, that is the show for now, but you in the back, you don't seem to believe in magic.
I mean, I believe in magic. I just understand that old fools can perform it.
Old fools. But you see, I'm a man of 25. What would make you think I'm old?
Well, your hair is rather long and white, so maybe that might be what cues me in on that.
See, that is just from balancing the weave. Do you know anything of the weave, my child?
I know enough, I guess, that it's magic, but not much more than that.
Is there any test I can do to see if the child is naturally arcane adept?
Give me an Arcana check.
Shoot a fireball at him.
Natural.
What happened?
20.
Oh my
You
God.
feel something necrotic coming across this boy ever so slightly. Like you feel that there's a demonic essence among him.
Very well, child. Perhaps you're not as easily impressed as the others, but here's my friend Bazzlo. He will surely bring a smile to your face.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah, Bazzlo would not bring a smile to his face.
Come on, keep
I
rolling
get a
him.
2
Keep
for
rolling him.
deception.
I was about to like come in with like,
The child makes a fleeting a face at you, but you recognize nothing else.
I walk back to my friend Elzeiros to next to wherever he ends up at.
Perfect. The child walks off past everybody and disappears upstairs. You all hear stomping as he sounds rather like he's about to throw a temper tantrum.
I take a note of that child and I usher my companions. Let's follow him.
before you do that, I look back to you guys and I go
we
ahead
have
and
to
go.
go.
I stay to perform.
Theron, you don't have any of the information that Albert has.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't. But I was looking for someone who is a friend of the children.
That's another child.
Now, would any child that would? I was that in before you said any.
Catch that is what he said.
Yeah.
No,
you
I didn't
don't
catch
notice
that a
anything
child.
different about that child. He
That's-
just looks like another
that's
boy.
Fine. That's
Okay.
fine. I'm looking for someone that's very good friends with the children. And I think that if suspicious-looking people walked into an orphanage, they might be apt to tell their friend of the suspicious-looking people. That's where I'm at it with that.
I walked next to Elzeiros, which I'm assuming you're in the house at this point. Elzeiros, where are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the house.
I'm next to Elzeiros in the house.
Theron, as you walk off, the woman says, "Please, sir, can you stay down here? There's no need to follow him off. He's just quite somber boy."
Which way did he go?
He walked up the stairs.
Okay, I make a note of that.
I just let Elzeiros know. I felt something off with that one. Perhaps necromancy? I couldn't get a good read on it, but there's something going on with that child.
There's something off with the whole place. What if our bard distracts everyone while you go investigate the child?
I mean, I don't think I should be left alone with myself because bad things will happen.
I will go. Am I hearing this?
No, I'm just whispering it to Elzeiros.
Who do you want with you?
Probably you.
All right. I'm going to whisper to Baz that he needs to start playing music and get everyone's.
Alrighty, will do. I start playing whatever the heck I can on my little flute, just trying to put on a little show for the children.
If I notice attention is taken off, me and Elzeiros will begin walking, and I will tap Theron to come with us as this happens.
Bazzlo, give me a performance check.
Come on,
Not
fucking
much.
bars, let's go!
Cool. So how does this performance go?
So I just come swooping in after Albert takes off, right? And I just whip out my flute and I say, have you little lads ever seen one of these before? Sound of my people. And I wave my flute around. Are the children noticing it at all or carrying?
Yeah, I mean they're enraptured, and even the old woman seems quite enthralled by your performance. Maybe enough for the others to sneak off once they give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose to stay here and help Bazzlo continue distracting.
Sneaky as fuck.
21, 16, and 9.
Yeah. So both Elzeiros and Theron seem to slip out off into the stairs. As you try to walk out, though, Albert, the old woman's like, "Please, sir, just stay here if you don't mind, sir."
I will motion for them to go forward, and I will stay here, but I'm still looking for another opportunity to leave.
All right, cool. So who else? I guess Muurujin, you haven't even walked into the door, so we'll say you're allowed to go up with them.
Yeah, I don't want to scare the kids and make them freak out, so I'm gonna go upstairs with these two.
Cool, perfect.
They're not Elzeiros.
So you'll see above. There's a staircase. Do you see the staircase in the map above you?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, that's where you guys are all at. Okay. So as you walk up these steps, it all begins to squeak and make quite a lot of noise as you walk up the stairs. But with your sneaky checks, for some reason, there's an amount of muffledness from the bard's performance in that case. So the second floor hallway has 6 different doors, most of which are left wide open. Only a single door at the north end of the hall is closed. There is a latch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room. The hallway's only window on the southern wall is broken and boarded up. So you guys can see into this room when you come up the stairs, and this room as well.
Okay, I see where we're going up there.
Oh, I just thought of something really funny, but we're not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm tickling the hell out of that flute, just by the way.
Yeah,
This
continue.
is, so the one to the south, that's the boarded up door?
Yes, that's the boarded up door.
I use prestidigitation just to spice up his musical show. I make it look like you can physically see the notes that are coming off his instrument, and there's a couple sparkles and stuff going on behind him to make it more of a show.
I need you both to give me a performance check, as you so have these children enthralled.
Carry me, brother.
What?
So the performance starts to wane ever so slowly. You can tell that you are losing their attention in this case. Back to the top of the stairs here. What do you guys want to do?
We can see the child.
Yeah, you
From
can
okay.
see the child in the room. Yes.
Walk into the room. Well, hello there, child.
So as you guys walk into the room, this small room contains 3 beds. A windowsill holds a quartet of small figurines assembled from twigs. In that case, so go ahead. Or actually, hi. Can I help you with anything? And it's just a small boy sitting on a bed playing with some twig figurines.
Was it the same child that was downstairs?
No, it was not.
Okay. Hi, we're looking for someone.
Who are you looking for? And where is Madam Claudia?
Oh, she's with the rest of the children. She said we could. Oh, wait, no, not gonna lie. She's with the rest of the children. Yeah, we're looking for a man, and I think he's a very good friend of yours. Can you think of anyone like that?
A man? Do you mean Milivoj?
Yes, him. Where is he?
He's really sick and he's downstairs. If you would have asked Claudia, she would have been able to tell you. And I'm getting a lot of feedback.
Not me. I think it's the music. I think it's the music.
It's someone's giving me feedback.
Yeah, the music has the rain effect in it right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Testing.
It is you, Miles. Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard.
All right, I'll turn it down. Is it better now?
Testing.
Testing. Yeah, I don't hear it. All right, cool. So yeah, as this child's talking to you, and as Muurujin steps into the room as well, his eyes go wide. Yeah, Milivoj is downstairs. He's quite sick.
Oh no. Thank you. That's all I really wanted to know.
Absolutely. I guess goodbye.
Thank you.
As my companions leave, I want to step in the room.
The same room as them?
Yeah.
You can just come in.
No, I was watching down the stairs while y'all were in there.
Oh.
Gotcha. So you step into the room.
Alright, I'm going to put my coin pouch on the bed in front of him.
All right.
I'm going to pull out a silver and give it to him. And then say, all right, everything you tell me that I find interesting, you get another silver.
All right.
I like it. I dig it.
Kids like money.
Well, and I need you all to give me a perception check, actually.
Me too.
Perfect. So as you guys start talking to this young boy, you notice that there are some bruises that have been covered up, like under his shirt and things of that nature. So just do with that information what you will. The small child looks up at you, and begins to start spilling secrets. Cedric fell to his death not long ago. We keep all having dreams together as well. This child's waiting for you to fucking pay up, bud.
Oh, I'm paying him. Yeah, I'm paying him. One every time.
Okay.
Okay, describe the dreams.
They're quite dark. It's like something is coming for us or chasing us. It's just always very, very scary.
All right. There was another little child we saw run up here. Do you know who that child was?
There's quite a few children. Do you have anything more descriptive?
Not really. Did he run by your door?
I saw, and he begins to get really, really quiet. I saw Felix run upstairs. I don't know exactly where he went, though. He's always so brooding.
Okay, one last question.
Yes?
I'm gonna look at the healer, the Theron, and say, "Do you want to kind of do something here?"
Okay, so all I know is that I need to find this Mille Vogue person. So Theron thinks, no, I think we just need to find the Mille Vogue.
I'm gonna look very pointedly at Theron and say, "Do you want to do something here?"
Who is Cedric? You did say Cedric fell to his death. Who was that?
He was just
Oh
another
my God!
boy.
I see what you fucking mean. I am so sorry. I want to go up to the child, and I want to cast. We'll do healing word at the first level. Thank you, my little child.
How does this go down as you walk up and, or I guess not walk up, but as you heal this child?
Thank you so much. We promise we're friends.
Thank you, Mr. Priest, sir.
All right, I'll give him 5 silver.
Right. The child picks up the 5 silver and very aptly squirrels that shit away as fast as he can. All right, what do you guys want to do with that information? And also, pause. How is this going on down here with the mistress as well as you guys?
I'm not going to help with prestidigitation anymore.
Bazzlo, how is your performance going on down here?
I'm getting a little tired, but I'm just throwing out everything I got.
Give me a performance check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you're tired. With disadvantage, so a 6.
Oh.
No, that's
No, that's a
14
plus 6.
He's got to roll
He's roll
again.
again.
Yeah, roll again.
Whoops. That's a disadvantage.
So you
Doesn't
well,
matter,
you rolled
yeah.
twice. But
Yeah,
Right,
he's fine. He passes, I guess. Yeah. So you continue to go ahead and keep their attention in this case. But how does a tired bard look like?
The notes are just slightly waning off at the ends of them, but I'm still pushing through, maybe just softening the melody, slowing it down a little bit, trying to grab their attention.
Yeah, I'd like to murmur some words and cast guidance on Bazzlo.
Give me a stealth check as you cast guidance.
Wait, no, he has inspiration, not guidance. Never mind.
Click. 14.
So as you mutter these words out, Mistress Claudia looks at you and gives you a rather weird look as you just start muttering words in Bazzlo's direction. But weirder things are fucking happening right now, so she doesn't really much mind.
Cool.
For the kids.
Perfect. All right, back to you 3 upstairs. What do you guys want to do now that you have this information from random child?
I want to see what's upstairs. If we want to follow the kid.
Give me an investigation check to see if you can find out where this child went.
Okay. That doesn't look good.
And Elzeiros is the only one that kind of knows he's chasing the kid, right? Unless you guys have talked about it.
Yeah, he was up there listening to him, so
Okay.
we'll say for inference he knows. Perfect. So you take a look around. You look under the beds and obvious places, but you don't really know where this child ran off to.
I think our man is downstairs. The man we are looking for. Should we go back down?
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Unless
Elzeiros?
has any other thoughts?
Yeah, I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, perfect. So you all come back downstairs. Bazzlo is just finishing up his tune, and you all walk in right at the same time. And Claudia is like, "Well, boys, that was really great performance, and thank you for the information. But is there anything else we can help you with at the orphanage today?"
Yeah, rumor has it that what was his name? Milovoj is ill, and you see, I am somewhat of a healer myself, and I would like to offer my aid.
If you just came to give me a deception check, actually.
But what? I may actually. I want to do that. I want to.
I understand, but you still need to give me a deception.
Because you went upstairs first, bro.
Yeah, you've been driving this block car all
I
over
get the
place.
information, I guess.
God damn it.
She while realizing that you still do want to help Milovoj, she starts to kind of understand the ploy here. If you really wanted to talk to Milovoj, you didn't have to just lie to us. He's in the back room and he's feeling unwell, and she's rather upset with you now at this point. And begins to be sullen and says, "Children, go up to your rooms." And they all they all disappear, and she sternly looks at you all. So is this your business this whole time? Was this to understand what happened to Milovoj?
Me, honestly, I just have a soft spot for abandoned children. I don't know what the rest of these idiots were doing.
I'm practicing music. I like music.
Give me a persuasion check, Albert.
Natural 20.
Well, I was this close to calling the guards on you because an orphanage is no place for tomfoolery, sirs.
I apologize. My religious friend is a bit touched. Sometimes he doesn't quite think things through before he does them, and he thinks he needs to be sneaky when really honesty is the best policy.
Jesus Christ.
I apologize. I'm so sorry for his behavior.
I see now that was, and I should know better. I really should.
You very well should be. He is back in the back room. He is quite unwell, and we haven't been able to get him to wake for quite a few days now. If you wish to go inspect him, go for it. And she stomps off into the other room. You see her pull out a key and unlock her door, and she slams the door behind you.
Again, I'm sorry. We've been dropped into a new land.
Just let me know when you're done in there, and stay away from the children, you fucking weirdos.
Very sorry. Very sorry. The priest is a priest. What do you expect? He's gonna be weird around kids.
A little too meta, but I'll allow it.
God damn it.
Perfect.
Couldn't avoid it, could we?
We were playing WoW with a guy, and his name was I Hate Kids, and he ran as a priest.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right. So she pointed to the door in which Milovoj is currently, and which is up here. What do you guys do?
Go there.
Okay, cool.
I get Elzeiros as he passes by me, and I'm like, "Did you find the altered one?"
Miles.
Sorry, I was getting water. What?
Did you find the different one that ran upstairs?
No, but I found out his name.
Which is
Felix.
Felix.
Also, the kids have been having very weird dreams lately.
I often have weird dreams. What about?
Something dark is coming for them. They all have the same dream.
Have I heard of this happening before, like mass dream phenomenon? Is this related to any of the monsters we've been fighting, perhaps?
No.
That's certainly odd. Something to keep in mind.
Perfect.
And I follow the rest of the people up here.
Awesome. So as you guys file into this bedroom, it's sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt, and an old shovel lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. A sickly young man sleeps fitfully. He's covered in sweat and fever, and has blood mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow and tinged deathly pale.
Can I check to see if this is like of natural causes or if there's magic?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Please.
Yeah. So as you look over this very clearly tattered young man, you can't recognize anything out of the ordinary. You just know he is very sick.
Hold on, not yet. I'm going to look at my party, and I'll be like, as not to wake him up. Gentlemen, I'm afraid you're going to have to forgive me. I have not been completely honest on why we are here. I
had a feeling as much, though.
Had told me, the father told me that he suspected ill of Milivoj. Not as ill as Milivoj being an evildoer, so to speak, and removing something that is sacred to this church. And I wanted to confront Milivoj of him, but now I suspect that he may not have ill intentions, but that's what we're here to find out.
Why do you suspect he has does not have ill intentions? Because somebody's tried to kill him already?
I'm afraid he might, yes, that this sickness might be purposeful.
Right. So the person that tells you that he's a bad man is probably most likely for his demise, right? The guy that doesn't like him, the priest you spoke to, that was like, hey, this guy's doing shady shit.
Theron, give me a history check.
Oh, Theron didn't remember what he was told.
Theron, you ever so slightly remember that the priest did not, in fact, say Milivoj was a bad guy, that he just suspected him of taking the items that I told you.
Okay. He suspected this man of taking these religious takes that I'm not sure. I still want to question him.
Well, if the individual is evil and he did indeed take holy artifacts, it would make sense that he would be poisoned in this sense, correct?
I guess you're right.
Or it's a possibility.
Give me a religion check, Geo.
Come on, cleric.
Awesome. You think what Albert says makes sense, but there are absolutely other options here on the table. So he could be making an assertion that makes sense, but it might not be the thing.
Bapef chimes in, and he's like, so what you're saying is some artifacts were taken from the church either way, right? And he looks down at the shovel on the ground and starts to look for, like, is there a path leading from that shovel of dirt?
Theron, give me another history check. Unless you know what I know. Okay.
I think I know what you does. Is Milivoj dirty?
He's quite sick. The shovel at the ground has dirt around it, but he's just sick and filled with sweat, not necessarily dirty.
Is the bed dirty?
With his sweat and ichor and stickiness.
Would it be past you to perhaps try to heal him and see if maybe we could go to the source and question him instead of trying to infer everything from a shovel and a body?
Yeah. I need to tell you more before we wake him up. Just so what he took from. Okay, so I have a working theory. I believe that there are some who believe that the festivities that are taking place in the town are the reason why this town is safe. The other reason could be, I'm assuming, is the opposition, that these artifacts are giving power to the city. Now this side does not want the rest of the city to know what we know, because havoc might ensue if there are those that believe that the city is no longer safe. Are you with me there?
Who thinks that we know about the artifacts?
Just the father, and I guess all of us now.
So, by knowing this knowledge, we've inherently been put into danger.
You know that it might be the case.
If we so choose to resolve it, right?
If people understand, if people know that we know this knowledge, but that's why I've been very secretive about it, is because people cannot find out what we know.
We're being very secretive in someone else's house with a man we assume to be unconscious.
Well, let's wake him up.
I'm just here to play the flute.
Okay.
Song of Awakening.
As you play the flute, nothing happens. He actually groans ever so slightly at your missed tones as you're tired from performing for the children earlier.
Who wants to be the good cop?
I'll be the good cop, obviously.
I jam a finger into the man to try to wake him up.
Yeah, as you jam this finger into Milivoj here, nothing happens. He slightly groans and turns left and right, but he continues his sickness and his stupor.
I slap him with non-damaging intentions. Can I do that? I think you can do that.
Yeah, nothing happens.
I want to cast Cure Wounds at the first level.
Cool. As you cast Cure Wounds, a green light, comes out from your hands and starts to envelop him. And he continues to be sick and lay in the bed there, so ever still.
Do you possibly know about another disease or something of how he looks?
Yeah,
I'd like to check him out medically as well to see if I know what ails him.
Give me a medical check.
Not from me.
Yeah, as you start to look over this man, you just know that he's sick and not doing very well. Theron, same for you.
Is there any medicine in this room, like maybe on a table next to him or anything that he's taking for his ailment?
Yeah, off to the right on the desk, you see a carafe of water, a carafe of wine, and what seems to be an old-timey apothecary bottle that just says Opus on it.
I believe there is a sickness at work here that we may not know about. We should try to figure out what it is. I want to cast. I can sense the presence and location of poisonous creatures and diseases.
Is it Divine Sense?
No.
What is it?
It's just detect poison and disease, but I don't know if that's going to give us any more information that we don't already know.
That's the risk of using a spell.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what else I got.
I'd say we could ask the caretaker, but I don't think she would give us any answers.
Yeah.
Give me a history check there, Bazzlo.
Oh. Okay.
So, not being in the too far past, she said to meet her in her office when you were all done investigating Milivoj. Does nobody listen to me?
I do remember that, but that's I was like, I didn't think we'd be leaving yet, so but I guess one of us can.
Listen to who?
Exactly.
I definitely remember that.
Mike, if I cast protection from evil and good on him, will that indicate something? You don't have to tell me which way it indicates, but
I'm not gonna tell you.
You have to
Cast
know your
it and
spell,
find
brother.
out.
I want to cast it, and like, does he seem to have at least have a second of relief?
That's not a spell that would give relief.
It's detect evil and good.
No, protection from evil and good.
Give me one second
One willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures.
He can't be willing. He's not willing. He's unconscious.
Well, perhaps I maybe take my leave, lads, and meet her in her office and maybe inquire as to what the sickness may be.
Hold on, Bazzlo.
Perhaps your almighty father could give you direction.
I think he told me all he knew. We need to talk to this guy, and the key has to be around here somewhere.
Now we sing a hymn.
What else do I see in the room? Do I see like anything in the beds on the bedstand or in the drawers?
No. As you search the room here, you just see bits and bobs, pen, some parchment, his shovel, the medicines in the water on the cabinet, but nothing else.
Theron, there was some medicine over here in this bottle. Do you happen to know what this might be?
I pick
Says
up
opus.
the medicine and I look at it. Does it have words on it?
It just says opus, cure for everything.
I'm gonna pour it in his mouth.
Oh no!
All right, so as you pour the medicine into his mouth, nothing happens. He gargles it and coughs and swallows it down, but he's unaffected by it.
I believe there's either a strong disease or magic at play here, gentlemen.
Allow me to ask the question that everyone's thinking. Do any of you have Speak with the Dead prepared?
That's true. That.
I thought you were gonna ask if we should use a scroll of decur.
No, that was never using a scroll on this man would never ever be an option. But do any of you have Speak with the Dead?
Never an option.
I mean, I don't even know if I can learn that, to be honest. But
You definitely can as cleric.
I don't have it prepared. That's for sure.
Well, there goes that option.
Els, you can put your blade away. We're not doing that route.
I did not suggest it this time.
You thought it.
I
You
saw
thought
it
it
in
just
your
as I
eyes.
thought it, you jackass.
I literally had the thought, but didn't say anything because that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of you too.
What if we carry him to the church?
Then we would
That
have
would
a
be
dying
really
man
hard
at a
to
church.
do and be
I have an
sneaky
idea.
about.
I
We
You
would
guys
have a
remember the
dying man.
rats that were looking at us when we were walking here?
Well,
that might set off
hold on.
somebody that's looking for us.
Albert, you can talk to people from a distance, right? You can do your little fingery thing and speak from distances.
Yes.
Perhaps
Define
you
my
go-
art to a fingery thing. I appreciate it,
Well, that's what it looks like to me.
Mr.
Perhaps,
Banjo Man.
perhaps you try to leave on your way out. Maybe you talk to this lass, apologize again, and see if she has any more information about his sickness, and then maybe just shoot us back a little finger whisper as to what might be happening.
Let me see exactly how message works. Thing cast through solid objects. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I go to the old lady's room and knock on the door.
You hear her behind her desk. She's just, come in. God, I just wish you all were honest with me before. The children loved your performance so much.
I'm sorry. Ma'am, we're not from here, as you can probably tell. We've been dropped into this situation.
You mean you're not even in the service of the Baron? Jesus!
I'm sorry. We're adventurers. We've been sucked in from the outside. I'm sure you're aware of what's going on here.
Yes, there's something quite foul here.
I'm so sorry that my friends are idiots. It seems to be an ongoing issue that I'm trying to educate them, but, they're not really good with the book.
Give me a persuasion check.
Flat 10.
She is neither enthused or unenthused by your answers.
Well, the thing is, your man is very sick.
Yes, he is quite thick, isn't he? I'm so glad you noticed, Master Wizard.
Yeah, he's thick. Damn, that boy is thick. He's quite sick. My friends were gonna try to take him to the church, perhaps for healing. Would you allow that? Is that something you'd be okay with?
I mean, I don't see what the point would be. We've been to the apothecary. I don't think the church would have any mystical powers to be able to help him.
My thought process would be maybe the church itself has some inherent protection powers, and perhaps if he was housed there, he may have a chance. But honestly, this is something I'm not very familiar with.
Look,
I don't think
what do you know about his affliction here?
Well, we know that he is sick.
Yes, and there's also something very sick about this place, I believe.
Yes, but it shouldn't be linked to an individual unless it was done on perhaps a curse basis, or is anybody else in the area getting sick? Perhaps there's a common water source.
No, there's the water here is quite fine. We all drink it quite regularly. But why would that ever be a concern?
I don't know. Do you think perhaps is there anything perhaps you could tell me about him? What he does outside of here? Is there any shady business he's possibly been involved in? Is there anybody that wouldn't like him?
I mean, Melvoge was a former orphan here. He takes care of the orphans and does some graveyard work up at the side for Father Lucian. He's been nothing but kind and helpful to anybody here.
Very well, then.
Look, do you know about Cedric's death?
They were upstairs when they heard about that, so I know nothing about Cedric's death.
Yeah, I guess so. Never mind then.
Yep. Cedric's death, could you elaborate?
Look, when one of the children fell from the second story and died not 2 weeks ago, many of the children have been having nightmares and dreams as well. Felix has been acting the most odd. He seems a little dead behind the eyes. There's something wrong in this place, and besides your lies, I really just wish possibly you would investigate here before we decide to take Melvoge, who's in a very fragile state, somewhere else. Many of the children look up to him like an older brother.
Let me ask you. When did you start having these issues?
It had to have been around 2 weeks ago or so. That it just seemed to pop up out of the blue. Barovia is already a pretty dour place, so I thought the children might just be acting up at first.
When did you take Felix in?
I mean, Felix has probably been here the least out of all of them. He's only lived at the orphanage for the past few months or so.
And you see he's most connected with it. You would say he feels the most influenced by it.
I mean, he just seems to be so I don't even know how to put this. He just seems so dead inside sometimes. He makes quite a few comments, and I think she ruffles through her papers here, and she pulls out. I take pretty meticulous notes on each one of the orphans. I think what Cedric's dead, he said this. I don't see why everyone was so upset when Cedric died. I saw his body. He only bled a little bit. My parents bled a lot more than that, and I am fine. It's been quite odd. I tend to, again, take very meticulous notes of the children.
I'm certain I can ensure my party to comb through this place. Do you have a set of keys perhaps we could use?
I mean...
and if Felix has an issue, how do you feel about that?
I mean, you absolutely fine to confront him, but don't hurt him. Children here in Barovia don't or can be quite stunted, as you can imagine. You are in an orphanage.
I absolutely understand that, but if he attacks us, we'll have to try to subdue him.
I mean, that is fine. Just don't hurt him.
We'll try our best. Do you have keys for any locked rooms?
I believe everything besides what's down here on the floor should be open. You're more than welcome to travel. And also here, there's this locket that came with Felix, and she opens a drawer in the bottom of the in her shelf and pulls out this slate locket. It's a relatively modest-looking locket. It's rusted tin. It's in the shape of a circle with an X scratched on the lid. It hangs on an old tin chain, and inside is engraved with an inscription that you can't quite make out.
I take the locket and put it in my hand. Look over it. Is this silver, you said?
It's tin, I believe.
Tin, okay. Why is this just what came with him, or?
Yes, and she also pulls out and starts going through other papers and things like that. It says here that he was brought in after his parents were brutally murdered, and the killer was never caught. So I mean, he comes with some baggage, but yes, that locket came with him.
Oh, very well. I call. Allow me to converse with my team real quick, and then...
Team? What a quaint little word for a group of adventurers. I rather like it.
Yes, there's a team of us. Let me go converse with them. Perhaps it's best if you leave this door locked until you hear me tell you it's okay.
Well, I believe I won't. The children need me when they need me, so I think I will be just fine on my own.
As you wish. We will check out everything, and I'll come find you when it's done.
Perfect.
I do have one question.
Are you down there with him?
Oh, no, we're not. Yeah, never mind.
Cool.
I walk back to the party and I convey the information I've learned from our conversation.
And how does that go?
Basically, I have to remember what just happened. The children are here. She doesn't want us to hurt the children. This man has been sick, and the kids have been having dreams for about 2 weeks now, if I remember correctly. And Felix has been here for a couple months, but she says that Felix is perhaps drawn more towards the current events and or has less emotions concerning the child that died here's death. He jumped out of a window. Felix is the one that ran up Elzeiros. He's the one I noted to you, and I'm sure you saw. And she doesn't want us to hurt the kids. So if there is anything going on with Felix, we should try to not destroy him.
We can
Okay, we are also we're also missing some artifacts, and the shovel, as I'm sure you can deduce, may have been used to dig up these artifacts.
Right, and you said he worked at the graveyard as well, right?
Right. That's why the father suspects that it was him, but we don't know. It could very well be that, and it just by digging up the artifacts might be the reason he's sick. Before I get more into it, these artifacts are actually holy or sacred bones that some people believe is what might be protecting at least a portion of this town.
Give me a history check, Theron.
As you're doing that, I personally think we should probably clear the house first, and then we can go definitely check that out.
Theron, you remember that the bones consecrate St. Andrew's, the church.
Oh, I believe that Saint Anders, the saint connected to that church, it is his bones.
Consecrate as in make a holy space which evil cannot enter? Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Honestly don't know the definition of consecrate.
I
And anything other than a WoW spell.
Yes, but essentially yes.
I'd like to ask Albert, so mate, you mentioned this child walked up to the kid who fell out of the 2-story window. You mentioned he reacts strangely to things. In what way does he react?
From what I was told, when he saw the body of the boy that jumped out of the window, he said, "Oh, that's not that bad of a death. He didn't even bleed that much. My parents bled much more than that."
Oh, well,
or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
I do have to say that's pretty dark. There may be something pretty dark about that child.
Yeah.
When I magically inspected him to see if maybe I thought maybe he had the gift of the weave. He seemed a bit unnatural. I couldn't quite put a finger on it, but it seemed as if there were dark powers with him, perhaps necromancy or demonology or something of those lines.
Do you think poor Miller Walsh here can be connected to that in some way?
Could he be possessed?
Well, remember as we were discussing earlier about what a plant was?
Yeah.
It's maybe a plant. But we need to proceed with caution because it's a child that is perhaps possessed. We should try to avoid killing the child.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I did see a play about a possession back in the Bardic College, and perhaps we proceed with caution, like you said, and go approach this child and see what else we could find out. Sounds like the key.
Hey, one thing, these kids have bruises, like all over.
Have I noticed that, or is this news to me?
News to you.
Brand new.
Yes, I did cure a child upstairs who did have bruises.
I mean, kids get out of line. Sometimes you got to smack them into shape. But are you talking excessive?
Or perhaps the kid who's not so, tainted by his dead friend could also be the culprit as well. So we have two possibilities here. But it sounds like the woman Albert spoke with was pretty helpful. The kid, I'm not so sure.
I think we need to start doing some fucking around.
Yeah. Let's floor by floor. Let's go. Let's clear this shit.
Do it.
All right.
Bottom floor first. Let's just check everything and walk our way up.
I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
I'm going
get
to
water. Let's think about who wants to inspect the doors and such, too. Maybe Elzeiros. That might be the person too.
Circles.
What's your Arcana like?
Mine?
Yeah.
Shit. It's +1.
Yeah, mine's not that great.
Mine's plus 2.
3. Plus
Yeah,
3.
well, there could be physical traps and magical traps.
So the way I'm feeling about
I-
this is it's just this kid. We just need to go confront this kid, and something might happen with it, but I don't know. Because she gave us full range of the whole place, so I mean, of course, unless she's trying to trap us, but...
Maybe the kid, I don't know. It's a stretch.
I
But
think
maybe
the
the
kid is
kid,
just-
maybe whatever the one guy got is spreading. Because remember he said something about necromancy or necrotic
But I'm-
stuff. Yeah.
Wondering, is this kid just sad about his parents' death, or is he like the reason for it? Did he kill his parents? Is he the reason that this is
Yeah.
taking over all of his other friends and everything, and he seems to be nonchalant about it, which is odd because the kids are all stirred up.
Yeah. This guy could
I'm
be a
not
bad
looking
guy. You could also be, like, have been forced to dig up bones by someone else. There's a lot of things that it could be. That's why. Don't kill anyone until you're absolutely sure.
Make sure you tell Elzeiros and Albert that in character, just to make sure
Well,
that we get their agreement upon that.
fucking Geo's played Skyrim too many times. We're gonna be fine, bro. We're killing everybody.
I love
I don't
Skyrim.
think that's how Strahd works.
All right, gentlemen. What are we doing?
Speaking of not killing anybody, you guys
Four
ran
more
fake
performances.
my campaign last week.
We killed everything.
You guys killed everything until it killed you.
Well, if you had let me kill it before,
No, if you guys wouldn't have touched the flute, you'd have been fine.
yeah, or if you would have let me kill the sheep, we would have been fine.
All right.
I wouldn't have had a campaign. The campaign rested on that sheep, dude. Okay.
All right, gentlemen. You have the range to investigate, even though you lied your asses off in here. What do you guys want to do?
For no reason.
Yeah,
Pantry by pantry, floor by floor. I want to look in this door.
Okay. As you open this door here, in this case, it's just a room that smells like mothballs. The bed is covered with a crocheted quilt, and a framed doll hangs on the wall.
Want to open this door?
Kids there.
Someone else want to open a door, so it's not just Albert opening all
somebody
of the
do
doors?
something.
This man, well, we all know how it turns out when I open doors. So don't make me get out the
Here, I'll
mage
open
hand.
this door.
Cool.
What if we
Muurujin,
what if
as
someone
you open
Here,
this
got it.
door, you smell something simmering in a pot over a hot fire. You see cut up vegetables, and you've walked into the kitchen here. Do you want to investigate the kitchen?
Yeah, sure. I want to walk around and see, check for any loose floorboards, check the cabinets and whatnot.
Cool. Give me a perception check. So as you're looking at the table, you notice that there's a knife block, and the slot for the biggest knife is empty.
Okay, noted.
Perfect. But yeah, as you test and creak on different boards and different places, you don't find much other than food and provisions.
Well, I decide to not steal food from the orphanage and I leave the kitchen.
I
Looks like in that movie.
was about to say, hey, is someone going to fucking steal food from the orphanage here? But
Please no.
We're on thin ice, man. Thin ice.
Muru, what was in there?
Nothing outside of an ordinary kitchen. Just
Oh, I'm hungry.
there is a knife There is a knife missing.
Oh, yeah, just a knife missing.
Yep.
How big was the knife?
Biggest knife slot in the
Whoa.
the block.
Okay, interesting. That's a big knife missing. Albert.
so as you guys continue to look around, and the main living area has an old couch, a few mismatched stuffed chairs, chests crammed with worn toys, and two small dining tables surrounded by chairs. There were 3 young girls here that did run off in that case, but again, you could just look around and see that this room is well played in.
I want to check out this room that Albert opened. I know you gave a description of it. Was there anything else out of place?
Give me an inspection or an investigation check.
Oops, that's intimidation. Ignore that.
New room.
I'm dyslexic.
The room is not intimidating.
Yeah, as you look around, you don't see much, if anything, as well. It's just an old room covered in mothballs.
Awesome.
While the boys are searching the rooms, Bapef would like to take a look out the back door.
Yeah.
See what's in the
So
back
as
door.
as you look at the back door, you see what would seem to be outhouses or latrines as well. You see a tub filled with water and a well. Not much else outside.
Nothing like out of the ordinary for an orphanage.
It's just outside. It's the backyard. It's surrounded by a wooden fence with a gate on the west side. Outhouses stand there. 3 large wash basins. It's really just a bunch of washing and hygiene stuff. And you also notice 2 young girls doing laundry in one of the wash basins.
Cool. I think I'm just gonna leave them be and head back in the house.
Perfect.
I'm gonna
Theron.
stand at the bottom of the stairs and motion for, I guess, Theron to open the door that's in front of him.
Okay. I open the door.
Yeah, that door is locked.
Did she give me keys or no?
She did not give you keys.
Okay. Upstairs, boys.
Up them stairs.
Perfect. So you guys come up into the same second main hall here. Let me see here. So again, the second floor hallway has 6 different doors, most of which are left wide open. There is a hatch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room. The hallway's only window on the southern wall is broken and boarded up.
I immediately want to look at the hatch in the ceiling.
Perfect. So as you look at this hatch, give me 1 second. Let's see here. So if you look up at it, and there's a small little lock on the hatch, but there's just a hatch on the wall or on the ceiling.
Is it in the locked or unlocked position?
It is locked.
Okay.
Somebody do something.
I'm at the bottom of the stairs. I do want to
there's
call
no
up.
closed doors. There's no closed doors, is what you're telling me.
Yes, there is no closed doors on any of these except for the one up the south or to the north, but everything else is open.
Okay, I want to go to the one that's closed and open that one.
And that door is locked.
That door's locked too.
Yes. Actually, no, that door is not locked. Forgive me. So as you open the door, it's a nursery. It contains 3 cribs, a chest of drawers, and an old stuffed chair. There's 2 babies sleeping in here, so maybe that's why the door was closed in that case.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, it appears we have a locked room downstairs, and we have a locked attic. I would say our child is more... Well, actually, before I say that, I want to take a good look at these children over here to see if they're the child that was downstairs acting weird.
Yeah, gotcha. So as you walk into this room, it's just a bedroom. You see two young girls playing in there. They seem to just playing with toys and different things.
Okay, and what about this child?
Yep, they all look like just children that weren't that boy.
Okay. There's only one other place he could have gone.
No one's gonna like look at any of the other rooms. They're just gonna walk in and go, "Yup, everything's good here."
Sure, I'll walk into this room.
I'm gonna go to the top left room.
Gotcha. So, Muurujin, as you look into this room, what do you do?
Kind of want to take in my surroundings and observe everything, and then I guess what do I see?
Yeah, I mean, what you see right now is 4 beds fit snugly in this room. 2 of the beds hold a smiling red-cheeked dolls with straw hair. There's no children in here, but you do notice that it is filled with some of the girls' things and girls' dolls and things of that nature.
Okay. Well, I know a knife is missing, so maybe I will walk around and check the trunks and everything, looking for it.
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Awesome. So as you start to inspect these different bedposts and different things, you notice little runes that are carved into some of the bedposts, or on all of the bedposts in that case, in a language I don't believe you understand.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know what else to do here then.
Bapef's
So
gonna come walking upstairs and ask everybody, because I was downstairs while you guys were investigating, and ask everybody what's going on up here.
We are looking for clues. Anyone find anything so far? I say loudly.
I'm at top left. Did I see anything going through that room?
You are in the top left. What do you do as you go through this room?
Primarily, I guess I would be looking for the scent of Felix, if you would call it that, the arcane presence of Felix.
Give me an investigation check as you sniff around this room.
17.
Cool. You also find little runes carved into the bedpost in this room, in a language you don't understand.
I don't understand the language, but do I know what language it is?
Give me an intelligence check. Awesome. So you start to look over these rooms ever so slightly, and you notice that the script is infernal.
I don't know that.
Damn, did no one pick?
Well, we just did fucking Descent into Avernus. I was like, probably like, I'm definitely not picking Infernal.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. Nope. Yep.
Dude, I didn't think we were gonna need Infernal. Oh god.
I mean, demons be
Give me a
demons.
history. Give me a history check, Albert.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So something washes over you and then quickly disappears.
Where are
Gentlemen. Go ahead.
Where are our languages on the sheet?
Features and traits.
Yeah,
So-
I see it.
and traits.
Yeah, I definitely don't know Infernal.
Gentlemen. And I don't notice anything else in that room.
Nope.
I don't know what exactly they say, and I'm whispering this. But there are infernal carvings on these beds. I can only assume that's not good.
What did they look pretty fresh?
I don't. Did the carvings look fresh, or did they look like this has been for a while?
So they look like carvings. The wood is pretty dull and old, and they do seem to be more recently carved.
Okay.
It seems like perhaps something that isn't ancient.
Things are not looking good right now. We must find this child.
So I closed the door behind me on this room, and have we walked to this top right room?
Yep, everybody's walked into the ruins.
All of the rooms.
Yes.
Rich, go ahead.
Yeah. So as you walk into the room and you start to look at the bedpost, you notice pretty much every bed has these runes carved into it.
Seems we need to find this child.
Well, I got two things I can do. But what do you guys think?
I think he might be up in the attic.
But the attic is locked from this side. Unless the lock goes through to the other side. How does the lock mechanism look?
It looks like a padlock.
So okay. Yep. Based off the padlock, I'd say probably not on the roof. But I got two options for us. Number one, I can cast detect magic and look for magic within a little bit of us. Or option two, we can set the house on fire.
We're not burning down an orphanage.
Yeah, Bapef's like,
I don't need that on my repertoire.
Still alive. Has anybody knocked on the door to the attic? Try to see if anybody's in there.
When you say knock, what do you mean by that?
You want me to cast the spell knock, or do you want to knock on the door?
Yes.
I'm not casting knock on this goddamn door. Somebody try to lockpick that shit.
Nobody bought lockpicking tools, did they? Oh, that's right.
We found them.
Found them.
Do you have to be close to use knock?
No.
So use it.
No.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm not that strong of a wizard yet. This is like 30% of my arsenal.
Yeah, he's just a whiz right now.
I'm just a whiz, bro. I'm not the wizard. I'm not that guy.
Oh, we've got Bapef. He's got Moonbeam.
60 foot is the range on knock. Somebody could literally knock on the door.
That's what I'm saying. Bapef goes and
I have
knocks
become
on the door.
unsettled. My friends have been taking so long. Bazzlo, he knows that they don't have any chance if they have to talk to someone. I realize maybe I should go upstairs, right? So I go ahead, I head upstairs.
Hostage negotiator.
I show up, seeing everyone, I guess, grouped around this attic door, correct?
Yes, they are all standing and bickering with one another on how to knock or unlock this door.
All right, lads, I was getting a little scared there. What are we all trying to do here?
We need to get upstairs, but there is a lock. Oh, it is quite a adversary, quite a challenge. We don't know how to. We can. We just don't know what is the best way to get through this lock.
This is quite difficult. I wonder, maybe, what are we trying to find behind this door?
Perhaps a firebolt would open the lock.
What do you think is behind there?
Bapef, with your passive perception, you hear scratching and what seems to be scuttling up above you.
Okay.
I cast knock on the door.
Thank you.
What if I have a pen and paper? What if we write a little note? and maybe try to draw them out by sticking it under the door.
As Albert casts knock on this door,
I use level 2. I cast knock on the fucking lock. We're through the lock. The door opens.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You start to see flickering lights coming from up above in the attic, ever so softly, and you hear little whispers of a child.
I am going to cast dancing lights into the entrance, and I'm gonna walk in.
I push Bazzlo up the ladder. Is there a ladder to get up there, or is it just a hatch?
There is a ladder to get up there.
I push Bazzlo and Muurujin up the ladder.
I light my little candle in my hand, shaking.
So as you all ascend into this fucking room, if you would move your tokens up top, please. The attic is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There are a few piles of random small coming light. This little creepy fucker is sitting there with a knife in his hands, just picking at a little wooden doll.
I think either Albert, who's an expert with children apparently, or Theron may be the best to approach him, seeing as...
Y'all's call. Whoever you want to do it.
There's only one way this fucking plays out. I don't know.
I have a plan.
No.
Hello, young Felix.
He just continues to ignore you and begins continue carving with this rather large kitchen knife for such a small boy.
Felix.
And I did cast dancing, whatever they're called, dancing lights. So we'll just say they're like here.
Cool. There's enough light in here from the window, so it's.
And young Felix seems to be unaffected by the light.
Yes, Unfelix seems to be unaffected by the light.
Felix, what's going on?
Why are you here?
Well, I got dragged in by a bunch of idiots to go do a bunch of stupid shit.
For such a smart man, you are railroaded by idiots quite often.
Excuse me?
Did I stutter, Mr. Magician?
Do you have the power of foresight?
Do I have the power of foresight?
It would seem obvious.
I mean, anyone can tell by you and your party that you're quite a bitter man who thinks he's very intelligent.
You haven't interacted with us enough.
Ooh, that's a burner. That's a burner, Albert. That would stink.
Zing.
That's a zinger.
Wow.
E Bapef takes a step forward. Little one, are you perhaps the person responsible for carving the symbols into the bedposts?
He begins to laugh and chuckle a little bit, very maniacally in this case. He's like, I don't see if that's any of your business, Mr. Dirt Merchant.
I lean over to Theron and very quietly tell him, I think this may be our guy.
I can't hear you.
I think this may be our guy.
I think this is our guy.
His voice seems to change, and he's like, strangers come, strangers go. And then another voice again, these 6 are idiots.
All right, I've had enough.
Albert,
Albert.
Okay, Elzeiros, what are you going to do?
Stop.
No, I see that look in your eye, mate. Don't you even think about it. Give us
Do not.
I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to take out my bow, knock an arrow, and I'm going to shoot his hand holding the knife.
Oh.
God damn it.
All right, perfect. So
I
the light
cast while
coming
he's casting, or
from the attic's far window seems to dim of its own accord, suppressed by an unnatural invisible force. A dark putrid smoke begins to exude from Felix's skin, wafting from his body as an impenetrable shadow. As the boy's body slumps forward, the shadow begins to take form. 3 forms stretching out of the central mass in a solid black claws. Demonic faces begin grinning and bearing rows of razor-sharp fangs.
Is Felix still conscious? Does he look like he's
Felix
still-
is gone slump. He is sitting over in the chair, and these 3 black masses are starting to take form around him as it seems shadows start to emanate and then peel away from his body. The lights start to dim as well from the window as well.
What about my dancing lights?
Yes, as soon as your dancing lights in the back there, as soon as the shadows hit them, they seem to recede quite a little, or just a little bit, but the dancing lights really do nothing else. And with that, let me go ahead and... Do we want to roll for initiative now, or do we want to wait till next time?
Are we not doing this battle?
This battle's going to take a little bit, buddy.
We could do the front half of the battle.
Down for a battle.
Albert's like, go to fucking damage.
I want to kill people.
Jesus Christ, it took you guys so fucking long just to...
We're going in circles.
I love the lying for no reason, too. That's always a good choice in my mind.
You're welcome.
We were just on a roll. We just started going.
No, you said the first kid we saw was bruised and looked like really badly taken care of, and the way you introduced the lady was like really cruel. So I was like, "Fuck this bitch. We're not gonna play along with her."
That's what I was worried about.
Oh, would you think that's the point, Miles?
Oh, I know. I'm just giving you my reason why. There was a reason.
All right, I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh, don't hurt the kid. Fuck y'all.
I was dumb by saying that. We should definitely hurt the kid.
Damn, that's a lot of
Shitty initiative
Yeah.
rolls.
Cool.
Yeah, how it is.
Shadow demons. That's what Remember my summon demon spell? That's what I was doing times. So they're not weak.
Oh, they're not?
They don't look weak.
I don't
All
think.
right. So as these demons begin to appear in front of you here, you hear a mad cacophony of laughter from all 3 of them. They seem to be coming more into unison as well. The demon to the left of young Felix here swoops forward at Bapef and goes ahead and makes a nice swing at you. 18 hits for 5 if the demon had advantage on it. All right, and that you take 12 damage, Bapef.
All right, that hurt.
Perfect. In that moment, it is now Bazzlo's turn.
Okay. So I think I am going to... That's a tough one. Gosh. I would like to cast Heroism at the 2nd level. So I can perform this action on, I think it's on 2 targets. It's 1 additional creature for a spell slot. level above 1. So, I want to cast Heroism on E Bapef and Theron.
What does heroism do again?
Willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of its turns. When the spell ends, the target loses any remaining temporary hit points from the spell. So whatever.
Okay, so 6 turns,
So
basically.
my spellcasting ability modifier is... That would be my persuasion modifier.
No, it would be your spellcasting modifier.
Where it says,
Where is
so are you looking at your spells?
Yeah.
Up above the search bar, it says plus something and then modifier.
Okay, so +4. So they would each get a +4 temporary hit points. Each round it comes back to them until the spell ends.
Nice.
How many rounds is it?
That goes concentration up to 1 minute.
So six rounds.
That's maximum of 24 temporary hit points by the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was and who did you cast that on?
I cast that on you and Bapef.
Are you sure you want to cast it on?
I would do L's, but what's my move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I wouldn't be able to get to him, he's too far back.
Is it a touch?
Wait, my movement speed is features and traits. Is it features and traits? I think it's 35. Sorry,
whatever.
guys.
Read your character sheet before next time. No, it's 8 sessions in.
You can walk 30 feet.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, no, so I can only get you 2.
Okay. So +4 temporary hit points at the start of my turn every turn. So I don't get them now. It's when I start my turn, right?
I mean, you like get them like right away now. So like, well, I guess yeah, as you start your turn.
Until the spell, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary each of its turns. As I read it, I don't get it until I start my turn.
At the start, yeah.
Yeah, it's when I start my turn. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then with my one more roll. Yeah, that's it. It's my turn.
Perfect. Elzeiros.
I'm going to do no damage this turn. I'm going to use Hunter's Sense on one of the Shadow Demons. I learn if they have any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
Message to you.
Alright, and then I'm going to use Slayer's Prey on Shadow Demon C, and then move forward. And then I might say something to the group. Let me read your message real quick. That's my basically my turn.
Yep, I'll give that a 2 as your bonus action. Or, yeah.
Okay. I'll just say good news. They are vulnerable to silver.
Oh, burn.
And they can't be charmed or frightened.
Albert, my turn.
It is Muurujin's turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, cool.
You
Well,
didn't roll a 20.
Why is that button doing that?
Alright, well, I think I have line of sight from where I'm at, and so I am going to cast a Ray of Frost at Shadow Demon C.
Cool. Uh, 12 does actually. Let me see here. 12 does not hit.
Okay. Well then, I'm just gonna stay put, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Theron.
Oh, Father, please bond Muurujin, and Bapef, for me, please. So you guys are now bonded. You get a +4 for every turn. You can use that on an attack, on a save, or an ability check. As a bonus action, I am also gonna do something like this and cast healing word on. I'm sending thoughts and prayers to Bapef for 7 healing. And then, I guess I didn't need to touch it, but whatever. And my turn right there.
Perfect. Bapef, it is your turn.
All right, it is morphin time. Bapef is going
Ben.
to. Hold on.
You're muted, Ben.
Yeah, my computer's
Yeah, we can
just
hear you.
lagging really bad. It's
Oh,
morphin time. I'm going to transform into direwolf form. I'm going to take a step to the side so that I don't push anybody.
Perfect. So as you transform, boxes and different things get thrown to the side, but you appear, dominant in your wolf form.
And I growl at Shadow Demon C and bite him.
All right.
And I'm right next to Albert. So get that with advantage. Come on, thing, roll.
Oh, you laggy bastard.
Did it roll?
Yeah, I think. We're not seeing any here.
Move on, come back to him.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Shadow Demon A. He is.
Wait, what did he roll a 29 for? I want to know what the 29
It's advantage.
It's
so
advantage.
Yeah.
So he got 19.
24. It's a +5.
Or damage?
Yeah, we're waiting on damage.
Patience. 11 damage.
All right, so that is as you take a bite into this shadow demon with your teeth, it damages him, but not quite as much, and he takes 6 damage. Perfect. Is that your turn? Awesome. Shadow Demon A is going to move through here and then come after Albert here. And a 13 does not hit. And that is Shadow Demon's turn. Shadow Demon B's turn. Again, is just going to ever shift so slightly into the light here. And come here. And he's going to take a bite at you. And he misses as well, Muurujin. Albert, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at Shadow Demon C.
Okay.
For an 11.
11 does not hit.
Then I'm gonna run back 1, 2, 3 attack of opportunity.
All right. 19 hits.
Yep.
11 damage. And it's going to be Shadow Demon C's turn now. He's gonna swing at Bapef and miss. Bazzlo, it is your turn.
I would like to. 5, 10. If I stand, I can't really tell where the tiles are. Is there a tile between me and Muru? Right here.
Yes, there is.
Okay. So I'm doing I would like to use Thunder Wave, so a cube of 15 feet, which is from left to right, here to here.
Yep, you can hit all of them.
All 3 of them. I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave, and I will do that at. I don't need any other ones at the 2nd level.
Okay, cool. What is the save? Dex?
Whoops. Save is Con 14.
Con 14. So C misses.
What do they get damaged on a miss, Blake?
Oh,
It's the half
yes, it's
damage.
half, but it's going to be a half of a half because it's resistant.
It's resistant to thunder?
Yep, it's resistant to thunder. So 2 of them fail, 1 of them succeeds. So 19. Roll all 3.
Okay, and it's also a 2nd level, so when you cast it using 2nd level, damage increases by 1d8 for each slot level above the first.
Yes,
You can just hit the button.
and it'll
hit the
roll
button,
it.
Okay.
It's just 1d8 more. It's
Yeah.
1d8. per
So
level.
roll twice more on Thunder Wave. 10.
Oops, that was sorry.
wrong,
Ignore that. That was at the first level. I'm so sorry.
God damn it, Blake.
This one does 2d4 plus 4. Sorry, or 3d8.
Just hit the button.
Okay,
Okay, so roll 1 more. Okay. 6. Okay, so Shadow Demon B takes 3 damage. 3. Shadow Demon A takes 5 damage. And Shadow Demon takes. So takes 8 damage. All right, is that your turn?
I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus to use Healing Word on Albert. So that would be 4, 5 health,
Sure.
and then reposition myself just 1 more back. Whoops, I have the wrong thing. That's my turn.
Elzeiros.
All right, I'm stabby stab. How would it even be?
Wait, he has 12 initiative? Did I get a chance to go?
Yeah, you went already at the end. You had a 4 initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 21 hits.
All right. So 12 plus 1d6 damage.
It's halved because silver is not magical.
All right, so 13 have 6.
6.
And then I will. No, screw it. I'll do ensnaring strike on him.
Cool. What's he gotta do?
Strength 12 check.
Is that like grappled? Or restrained?
It's restrained.
Got it. He resists.
No.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
All right, that's my turn.
Awesome. Muurujin.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Deluxe Snowball, which is an AoE. Let's see if I can draw it out here.
And that's cold damage.
Yes.
They are immune to cold damage.
Oh, they are? Well, shit then.
Yeah, they're demons.
Okay. Then I will just go with a Chaos Bolt there. And I'll cast it at the 2nd level. And I'll cast it at Shadow Demon B.
I'm giving him this one.
Oh.
Everybody gets
7
one.
does not hit. Yep.
Do you have your D? Oh, your D4 probably doesn't matter on that.
From my blessing or whatever it was.
You're bonded, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I will use my twin spell, so let me burn 2 sorcerer slots, and I'll try again.
All right.
This. Oh my goodness. And then I'll add the
God
4.
Damn it.
Alright, well then that's my turn.
Did you roll your +4?
Oh no, I didn't. There it is.
Let me do
That's
something
an 11.
real quick. Yeah. The dice are with you. That one actually hits this time.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and roll for damage.
What kind of damage is that?
So 4 is force damage.
Hey.
Hey.
I don't think there's any characters that have resistance to force damage.
There are legendary characters that do. Yeah, there are some. It's rare, but it is one of the least resistant damages for sure. And that hits. So as you strike him with this chaos bolt, red light flashes around what you could consider its chest, but it takes it in stride. Is that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Theron.
Okay, I get 4 more temporary hit points.
That doesn't stack.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, I don't think that stacks.
Oh, it's just regain?
Yes.
It has to be from one source.
Yep.
Okay. Whoops.
But you can take that how you want to.
The creature is.
It does not stack.
Yeah, that'd be pretty broken.
But yeah, okay. I am going to go in my pouch, and I am going to pull a scroll of bless out. And I am going to bless Albert. And
What was the spell you just cast before this?
Bond?
that wasn't a spell. That was that's my ability.
Okay.
Boldening Bond.
And that takes some action time. Action.
Concentration doesn't play into that one, but it might for this one.
It does.
Okay.
Casting time is an action, though.
It does count as an action. So I'm giving it to you, and I'll give it to Bazzlo. So you guys now have a +4 on each of your turns.
Gracias.
And then how's Albert looking?
Not horrible.
Okay. That'll be it. I'm gonna end my turn.
E Bapef. Gotta get that sweet, sweet advantage.
Right. I guess the dice roller thing on the browser's just broken.
Yep, there you get advantage. So 15 hits.
That +3.
plus what?
+3.
Okay, so halves it is for 4 damage.
And that's my turn.
All right. Shadow Demon A is going to move incorporeally through you, Mr. Direwolf, and swing at Theron here. Oh, your lights are off now, aren't they not?
Yeah, they are.
Okay, because
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yep.
As soon as I cast it bless, those lights go away. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Wait, bless?
Is a concentration spell, and so is lights.
I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't say concentration. Unless, oh, it does. There's a C, a damage.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And Demon A takes a swing at you and misses, and Demon B is going to take a swing at you, Elzeiros. 19 hits
Mm-hmm.
for 14 damage.
All right.
Albert, it is your turn. Zachary.
Oh shit. Magic missiles. Shadow Demon.
Perfect.
For a total of 11 damage. And that's my turn. I'll tuck behind this box right here.
Perfect. And with that, that gets us back to the top of the round, and we're going to stop there for tonight.